Welcome back to the PMCO PUBG Mobile Club Open 2019 Fall Split. It's the Middle Eastern Semifinals. My name is Win, along with AJ will be your casters for today, and thanks to our title sponsors Vivo. And who's ready to beat out anyone else on the battleground, because it's time for seamless and uninterrupted gaming with the Vivo V17 Pro. And if you do like the stream, make sure that you click the subscribe button and make sure that you get the notification as well. Ring that bell so that you get to know whenever the stream comes online, because on the PUBG Mobile Esports channel there will be 7 leagues being played right here, AJ.
Also, if you want to play the game, simply go on Google Play or App Store, search the thing PUBG Mobile, and you're good to go. Download it, start it, easy as that.
Yep, and maybe next time you could be the one. So thanks again for joining us. It's been an exciting 6 days in the group stages, but now we are in the semi-finals. 8 teams have been eliminated and we are left with 24. Here we are. We started off with 32 teams in the group stages, 8 teams for each group, and then we have dwindled down to 3 groups which will be playing at the semi-finals. After that, 8 more groups will be eliminated where we will reach the top 16.
Alright, so here next we're gonna have our point systems. The point system have changed and it has impacted the gameplay significantly on this season. So usually used to be you get 30 points if you get first place, then you get 10 points. Followed by 14, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 11 to 16 get 1 point, and every each group get 1 point also.
And here are the teams or the groups that will be playing today, Group E and Group F. Of course, the team has been shuffled a little bit, inclusive of their seeding, and we have a few notable teams in there, which is the Real Deal, who played it fantastically, putting themselves at first place in the group stages. We have 46 Loot, who played fantastic as well, but I think only placed 4th. Iraq squad is there as well in Group F, who was number 1 for the longest time until the Real Deal just smacked them down and put themselves back up on top. We have the double Banderas as well there, and Executors, who was the last season's favorites, but this time around not the best team, not the best looking team right here.
Yep, and also if you're wondering where is IRAQI is going to be the C team of Team Group C.
Yep, they are not there right now in the Group E and Group F, but we do have a lot of good teams playing in there. Of course, Iraq squad, well, with this time we're playing against the Real Deal. Iraq squad is of course in Group F and the Real Deal in Group E, so they will be taking on each other this game around. We have 2 Banderas in the groups, which is Vendetta and the Vendetta, and of course Vendetta will be playing against each other as well. Me, Assassins, who started to play a little bit better in the later stages of the group stages, is there. We have Kurd team, who I think of all the Kurd teams have been playing fantastically as well, but hasn't been consistent.
Yes, and if they want to make it in, I think they need to be more consistent and play a little bit better, right?
Yeah, I think that's the key. Playing it a little bit better. Of course, 46 Loot, one of the teams that is AJ's favorite, 46 Loot, plays fantastically as well. Again, some of these teams started very slow in the group stages, but towards the later stages, exactly the 5th or the 6th day, they started picking things up. That's why you see the rankings kind of change towards the later stages of the game. We started off again with Iraq squad winning 2 winner chicken dinners in a row in the first day of the group stages. After that, they kind of dwindled down, they kind of got quiet a little bit, and after that, the Real Deal, who was the only team who got themselves 3 chicken dinners in the whole entirety of the group stages.
So they got 3 chicken dinners, as you said, followed by 87 kills and a total of placement points with 109 points. They have the most kills and the most placement points. Normally, that's because the new reason, like the new point system we have, it was a little bit unexpected, because I was hoping for like some of the teams having more kills than placement points. And yes, we do. A lot of them do have more kills than placement points. Either way, we're gonna enter our first map, Erangel, and Win, take it away.
Yep, Erangel is our first map already. We will be playing 4 maps as usual. We'll be kicking things off at Erangel, and this time around, the flight path is kind of okay. Not the rudest of flight path. It was towards towards the western side. I would call it a little bit rude, but right now it's kind of right smack down the middle, because most of the teams, the furthest they go to is Yasnaya, Polonaya. So I think this should be a very good drop for a lot of these teams here from the Middle East.
I believe that's so. I would say like final Middle Eastern, giving some decent routes, and let's say a better circle this time, because Middle Eastern teams or Middle Eastern region aren't having good circles, and we're but it's a random thing. We can say nothing about it, but like we're all wishing we have a normal circle so we can see the normal playstyle also do quite a lot. It is fun to watch weird circles or those circles that you win a lot, but it is also the important thing about normal circles where you can see normal teams are based and normal teams are trained on those circumstances. So it's gonna be more interesting because it is the semifinals and better teams, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be harder.
Of course, we had again started off with 32 teams. Race, Nox, MBG Falcon, 96 squad, mixed out, Run Before Nox, V8 and Rack Monsters was eliminated among those 32, leaving us with 24 teams who will be battling it out, I think, for the next 6 days to determine the top 16 teams who will be going through the regional final. So again, this week, another 8 teams will be knocked out, leaving us with 24 teams. Sorry, leaving us with 16 teams who will be going in towards the grand finals or the regional finals. Here we see Kurd team along with MTB quite close towards each other. So I think they will be fighting maybe quite soon because MiliTaryB is known to take fights very early on.
Yes, MiliTaryB. I think they're gonna switch switch a little bit of their playstyle because MiliTaryB is actually in the bottom of the line. They barely made it out. Not entirely barely because they still have like about 8 point of more. They had more in 8 point than Raze, which ended up with 62 points in total. But still, 8 point isn't a lot of points, especially if you get fifth place, you get 8 points like directly. So yeah, not a lot of things, like it's not a lot of gaps. So if they want to make it into the finals, they need to play a little bit more cautious and a little bit more passive and know their strength and know their weakness and try to balance it out.
Yeah, know your strengths so that you can use it. Know your weaknesses so you can train on it. But it looks like Ari has been dropped on his knees already very early on. He actually wants to go converge towards this fight. Straight away, they know where Ari is. They know he's inside the house. They should be going on to this for this fight. Dono comes out first. Will be able to slay him. Ari gets dropped and he will be our first casualty, I think, of the fight. No, it's actually a whole team has been eliminated already because we are left with 15 teams right here. Back towards Uncharted and of course Me Assassins fighting off against each other, but Me Assassins already lost 2 players very early on into this fight, and looks like UN or Uncharted looks very strong here in the start of our semifinals.
Yep, we have Uncharted here. Uncharted actually, they also aren't playing very well. They're on 23rd place, so they also barely made it out. They actually have the same total points as MiliTaryB. So these two teams need to be careful. The tactics or the words or the things I said talk about MiliTaryB is going to be also to Uncharted.
Yep, it kind of applies to both of them because both of them are sitting at the bottom of the 24. Or was sitting at the bottom of 34. Again, we've reshuffled, so we're going to start again with the point system so that we can start off fresh here in the semifinals. But as you can see, Executor on the other side of the road, very far from them, and it looks like Don has already spotted him out, at least MK14, and he's getting sprayed upon. They know where he's at. They're trying to spray him down, but so far it only clipped him once. Behind them is Executors. MEA or Me Assassins are split apart here, leaving Uncharted right smack in the middle, and Basher already finished out Faker there. So they're gonna push in for Executors as well. They are so aggressive here, Uncharted. It looks like they are playing it a little bit better, or a little bit, at least they're increasing their
good start
fights, right?
Yeah,
increasing their fights, and they're playing it a little bit better in terms of their fights.
Yeah, and started off with a better start like you usually do. Usually, we've seen them losing pretty early on the team. So far, so good for them, not losing it and able to get 2 kills. So, yeah, up to a good start.
Up to a fantastic start for a lot of these teams that was at the bottom, so they're starting to fight very early on. I think that's how they rectified what they were doing. I think some of them played a little bit too passive, but as you said, play to your strengths, right?
Yes.
Sometimes their strength is fighting very early on.
Yes.
So I think maybe play that, and then if you have problems with going into the final circle, then you kind of train or work on it, right?
Yeah. Here we have Team Elite. Elite actually Elite like was on the 15th place with totaling with 112 points in total. So they've done a pretty good job. They also got, I think, themselves, if I'm not mistaken, a chicken dinner for themselves.
Let me see. IRAQI Elite?
Oh,
Unfortunately, no.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, unfortunately they haven't gotten, but they place themselves quite good there. 15th place,
Yes.
right smack in the middle of the table.
Yep.
That's still quite safe. Again, we're only eliminating 8 teams, so wait, that's actually quite at the borderline there, right?
Yep.
15, you only 16 teams will advance, so they're quite at the borderline, but they can rectify it.
It's gonna be harder. So you got 8 teams already eliminated, so it leaves to 24 teams, and every of these teams are going to have 3 chances, or I just say 9 maps in total. Every team is gonna get that chance at least. So the thing is, try to get 10 points. Oh, that shouldn't happen.
A little bit of damage there, right?
Yep. Though, like the small things, right? The small things, they do matter a lot, right? So
Yep.
back to what we were saying. If these teams, it's a fresh start, and they have the opportunity to play better and to play a little bit more careful. I would say not as aggressive as they were playing, because aggressive helps no one. Actually, aggressive seriously helps no one. Other teams get a little bit like, you get eliminated for 1 or 2 points, right? And you get a placement point for maximum of 1 or 2 also, so you get 4 points in total. But as to my calculation, normal teams should go with around 10 points per match, right?
Yeah.
If they get 90 points, they should be able to qualify to the finals. But if not, it's gonna be hard. Again, this is not a mark that they should make, and it should be a goal normally, because 90 isn't a small number. Because back then, there were like a little bit weaker teams who got eliminated. They were easy to kill upon.
Yeah.
And you can, if you're good, if you do know how to play, you can like make your way into the finals, or not the finals, the end circle. And maybe sometimes you get lucky, you get a better placement points, so you get the 10. You got that 10 points easily. But on the new start we have, so we eliminated the 8 weakest teams, or 8, not the weakest team, the teams who didn't get qualified. So everybody's gonna be a little bit better. When everybody's a little bit better, right, things get hard, because every little bit is a lot. You got every time you got 16 teams coming into the map, and every little bit is a lot actually.
Yeah, every small thing goes a long way. Especially that what I was saying earlier when we were doing the wildcards. That
Yes.
In my country, the saying is, you take small steps and then you reach the top of the hill.
Yeah, the word is the same. You got there's this also a way in English, Chinese, Turkish, Persian, in Arabic. We all have that. We all know this thing. A penny a day makes a lot, right?
Yep. And it's now IRAQI, Securitas getting engaged upon by KS. And Kurd squad are looking on towards them, but they're getting into a car, and it looks like they should be able to to escape from here. But again, KS already lost Ari very early on, just now in the scuffle. So they are with 3 players here, where Hishi is actually alone in this area of the house.
KS already lost Ariel, which also was alone in, I think, the military base over there, right?
Yeah.
And so I don't know why are they playing like this, if they're like trying their luck to go on placement points, but not the best tactic we go with. Like, alright, I'm gonna try tactic points. Let's spread it out and lower our chances. Not the best idea. But anyways, maybe they're doing something that we don't know, so we're not gonna talk about it. And here we have the circle mouse coming in. Well, Middle East circles are rude.
Very, very rude. I'm not too sure where the manners went, but this circle is just a killer circle. This has happened throughout the group stages as well.
Yes.
As we've seen a lot of times, the flight pass sometimes towards the corner of the map, and then the circle ends up half in water and usually not in the middle of the map, or at least not a lot of it on land.
Oh, is Kara gonna make it? I think he's gonna die.
For right now, SNT have already found out Vendetta. Vendetta just spraying onto that.
Kara
Jamal
died.
has been dropped as well. Jamal has been dropped. He's very, very low, but they already lost self there in that house. I don't think they can retrieve it right now. Mobil's going to go into the other side. They're split apart here, VTX. They have to fight this on through fronts. As SNT speeds themselves up as well. Look at that, Captain and Jamal on towards the other side, Samurai and Lashid on the other side as well. But Self hasn't been picked up. There's a 2v2 happening on the left side between SNT and Vendetta. And then looks like Vendetta will be winning this one. Maybe could be shipping. No, Chrome gets dropped as well. SNT winning that fight in the 2v2 situation. As Mohawk gets dropped and VTX Vendetta says good night. They drop at 15th place by SNT here.
Yeah, I was going to say like we had a good start. I feel like the Middle Eastern teams on the semifinals are not playing that aggressive anymore, but still pretty aggressive in general, right? And the thing I want to talk about, like, I'm not blaming actually Middle East teams right now playing aggressive, because the circle isn't a forgiving circle, so you don't have a lot of choice when you are trying to get in that circle. Oh no, it gets shot! Surprise!
That was funny. Executor was having problems going up the hill as well, so finally Master will take him out. This is play from Uncharted, and they have 3 players strong as well, or 4 players strong with 3 players down behind, and they're looking towards MK14. MK14 doesn't seem like he has any vehicle, so he has to run out of this place dry, and he's all alone here so far because his teammates has been dropped very early on.
I feel like he has no idea that anyone is behind him. I feel like he knows. He goes for the kill. He does spray down, but his teammates are coming on a vehicle. They stop, and I think Uncharted are going for a flanking play right there. With Master in the circle, he's gonna wait. He's gonna get an energy drink. His teammates are flanking. All right, that's a decoy. Good. Reload, and he's gonna feel nobody's there, and he's gonna go loot. Then he's gonna get taken down, but he may just saw him.
Yeah, good play from Uncharted so far, with Master sitting behind the house. He's just looking around him, making sure that nobody passes through. Just now, he's healing himself back up as well. MK14 goes back inside the house. Master's just waiting for him. This is a very smart play coming in from Uncharted here.
Good job.
MK14 still inside the house. He has to pop up very soon, but no, he's actually inside the circle. Now the circle's out. Yeah, they have to pick him back up. Now they see MK14. Surprise, as it is. MK14 will be able to destroy one, but Basar can drop on the floor. But no, it will be all zero as MK14 will be dropped as well. Middle Eastern Assassins dropping out in 14th place.
Right, so far Vendetta was executed, followed by Middle Eastern Assassin. That was an early on elimination for those 2 teams. So back to where we are. We have still 13 teams playing and 48 alive. And here we have a spray down on ABS by MTV.
The MiliTaryB is shooting towards ABS. Abstruse, it looks like they are in a lot of trouble here because they are out and about. They are
someone just got
well.
third party from high away, right?
Yeah, no, Mo Doody. I keep confusing Mo Doody and Mooney. I think his name is Mooney. I'm not too sure because it's very hard to see from here. But Okalum is there as well. The entirety of MiliTaryB is together. They should be able to take this fight. But ABS has 3 players strong as well, and we know ABS really likes to play those very early engagements head on, and they're very good at it as well. But right now they are in the back foot because they are in the lower side of the map, or lower side of the circle, with MiliTaryB holding on towards the high ground. They have a view on towards ABS, and ABS should be in a lot of trouble here, but they're checking sides as well. This is very smart for MiliTaryB. Checking their sixes, making sure nobody's flanking them from the sides, and making sure he doesn't get shot. But he does get shot by ABS, and somehow now he rethinks his strategy. They want to take this fight.
Yeah, MiliTaryB, as you say, they are spread around. They're checking their sixes, 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock, as you like to say. But they are in a pretty good position, and if there was someone coming behind them, they would have the upper hand because due to terrain reasons. But luckily for them, or let's say a little bit unlucky, because they won't be able to pick up any frags. No one's behind them, and we're gonna have the next circle spawn pretty fast. I don't see it on the mini app.
Yep, hopefully this.
Oh, here we go.
Hopefully a bit more forgiving. Nice, it's on land. So hopefully these teams can converge back on towards land and they don't have to fight towards the beaches as SNT is out there. MiliTaryB is out there as well. Abstruse is out there. Kurd team is out there as well. Bashar, who's from UN Uncharted, is outside there as well. KS is a little bit further down towards the bottom side or towards the south, but they should be good to go. But again, looking at the circle, at least 3 of these teams who are converging towards the southern side will have to fight each other very early on.
Yes, and also MT, MiliTaryB, and Abstruse or ABS. Abstruse is gonna wait for them, I think. But I think also military base, they do have the recourse. But about this circle, the best idea is to be in the circle just about normally 1 minute before the circle touches the edge. Means normally you should get in the circle around 19 minutes or 18 minutes or 30 seconds. That's the normal way to go in, because so you got a lot of teams in there, right? You still have certain teams, so there will be a lot of fire, right? And the thing is, you don't know anything about the front line, and MiliTaryB getting sprayed down by SNT and SMP. All right, we got SNT and SMP. That's cool.
I think SMP and SMP is actually fighting with each other now as soon as they see each other. And look at this surprise. A house is coming in from the SMP squad, but SMP is ready for this. Look at Samurai getting sprayed down. He looks very, very dangerous right now. He's jumping down out of the car. He's exposed onto the left, but Zeno's getting shot as well from another team. Now they're in a lot of trouble here, SMP. Can they reconvene and reconverge onto each other and just pushing in? Look at that, SMP. One of the players being lost. Make it through as SMP's Kablash gets dropped as well. And then SNT Jamal has lost one player in the form of Lashid. 3v3 right now, and they will be able to finish out Kablash. At least one of the players from SMP has been dropped here, but the rest of them are still out there. Nicely done. SMP's Citizen X will be dropped by the player of MTB. I think he got shot or he got third party there. And right now it looks like SMP has the upper hand. Maybe could be, should be. No, they have been dropped. And they have left 2. Zeno is there, half HP. And in from the side, Messi gets dropped as well, leaving Zeno all alone. And Zeno's using the first aid kit. He's very, very low now. He should be going up very soon because his friends has been thirsted down. Can he pick himself back up, Zeno? Yeah, he's still very much okay. Citizen X can be picked up. They're in the side houses. SNT throwing a couple of nades through that houses as well. But they see 4 men strong here, and they're attacking onto his SMP.
So right now, actually, SNT and SMP are getting third party by 2 teams. I think one of them is IRAQI squad, which was the top lane from before, and MiliTaryB. So being third party by 2 teams, Captain goes down.
Captain gets dropped very, very fast. A little bit of a mistake coming in from the SNT squad. Now they have to converge. Actually have to go in together here, but somehow they can't get this kill. Leslie has been dropped. Nicely done. Zeno has been dropped as well.
1,
but Citizen X. Oh my lord! What a destroy! What the hell just happened there? They should have won that fight.
Something's just happened, right? That's called e-sport, and that's why we love watching PUBG Mobile, right? So SMP does survive from that fight, even though they lost 2 of their members. But I think it was Citizen X. He bring down the he brought back the team, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I think the rest of SNT kind of came in through the door. Citizen X was waiting for them because they were hunting for Zeno, who was very, very low, and they already know that they popped Zeno a lot. They peppered Zeno a lot of times, and Zeno was very, very low. So they went in thinking that Citizen X would have been behind the house, but he was right smack in the house, waiting for them to cross the door, and he just slayed the rest of them. That was nicely done for Citizen X, getting 3 kills for himself, 4 kills for the team, and they're looking pretty good.
Right, so far so good for SMP surviving that fight. Back to Vendetta Gaming. Vendetta Gaming, oh, that's a great thing to have in this circle. You got high mountains, you got high terrains, you need that level 3 military first and that level 3 looks like over here Manjeet is spraying down on Elite, and Elite is like, oh, we cool, no one shot us anything. Alright, so we got a drive-by, followed by, and somebody knows something's there, and we're gonna have a street-man.
What? We was all alone here. What the heck is he doing here all alone? He will be knocked on his feet and should be finished off. Just set down. KS Baby is a little bit further behind, so he can't really help his team in here. But the grenade destroys the car from MTB. Nicely done. They will be able to get a couple of kills here. Maybe could be, should be. KS Baby actually dropped out of the car, getting killed by Iraqi squad's Osama, and he will be taken down, leaving us with 11 teams here. Kurd should be able to pick up his friend because the car's already exploded. Can't really explode for the second time. But look at this, Hazim coming in from the sides. They are all converging here inside this small compound. There's a lot of players around them. This is going to be a hell broken loose right in this very spot.
Alright, so far we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 6 teams already in the circle. You can see actually everybody trying to take that compound. You got 3 teams in the compound, which is one of my favorites. Loot 46, Executors, and UN, which is Uncharted.
Yeah,
right?
Uncharted is there as well. DVX already been spotted by 46 Hazim. Hazim goes on spraying. Will be able to get down 1 kill at least. The second place on the left side, they're going to chase Majid down. They're going to try at least, but they can't really have a spot to see him. But Majid has been dropped. It looks like Hazim will be able to get that kill because another player has been killed by that.
Alright, so far so good. Also good for Loot 46 with 2 kills instead. But that was a close nade, dealing a lot of damage, but we don't know where was. It maybe was from Executor and maybe was from Iraqi squad, as Iraqis do want to come in from that direction, and that's the easiest house in this map to be siege on.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because his houses are not exactly safe here. UN's Jar is actually exposed them towards the side. Roto wants to take a kill up on him, but can't really commit to it. And again, the blue will be pushing them in, so they will have to converge onto this compound very, very soon here. Marco on the side, it looks like Iraqi squad looking okay here, but they've already lost Salman. Salman will be picked up in the situation as it stands. KUP's Freak has been naded upon and will be tested down by TRZ0. And TRD taking more kill. Hakar gets taken down from the sides as well.
I think that was it for actually Kuba. Coop should be in a nice place, and we got another grenade coming in, but not able to deal any damage. Elite is actually in a pretty good position. That position that they have is they have a lot of terrain covers. They can get a lot of information and also get a lot of cover from it because they have 2 broken cars. But looks like Iraqi squad are going to make the play on 6. 1 more, nice. That's 2. Add 2 more and you have a team at play. But the circle is closely closing in. He has a lot of time. If right now Upplay had a grenade, it is the time to use. But his teammates
they're throwing the grenades out.
That's
now.
one.
It should be connecting there, but
yes.
Yeah, they will get both. The second one does not connect. They do get moments, so nicely done for them. Iraqi squad clearing on 2 players down for the side 46. Now 46 in a lot of trouble. They're still right smack on the right side. They're still safe there for now, but the rest of them are getting engaged very, very fast. Satan is all alone here in this compound, and he will be finished off. A nade from Clown clears him down. And TRD is strong here in this situation along with EXE. We're left with 7 teams right now.
We just lost. Now finishing off the last member of Loot 36. But right now we can see also, I think Uncharted was from the same place. SMP Citizen right there taking a right there.
Yep, Marley's been dropped as well from the side of TRD. Iraqi squad looks prime and ready to win this game. They have 4 men strong and they're pushing in very, very quickly right now. At least they're taking their time. Look at that, MTB's players getting sprayed down from the side. It's Iraqi squad firing them down. MTB losing 3 players in quick succession. Man, aiming from the side. It's actually
Citizen, turn
I'm
around.
not too sure what he's going to do here, but Moduni will be shot upon and MTB will be lost.
That was close call actually for SMP, right?
Yep.
If he didn't turn around and the MiliTaryB team keep fired upon him, that maybe was the end for Team SMP right there. But luckily they were able to turn the table on this end. Here still holding that good position that they got for themselves, fighting off 2 teams, one which is the real deal best playing teams and the Iraqi squad, which is also pretty scary.
If you look towards the top side, all of these 5 teams are actually in view of each other, where they can just 3rd, 4th and 5th party, because it's exactly that. There's 5 more teams left. They're 5th partying each other right now, and they're all in a lot of trouble as Elite just ducks down because EXE is right beside them. Ground pops up first, wants to destroy the car. Should be able to take it and make it explode, but Iraq's Marco is right behind the car as well, so he can just stand back up and take down Clown. So Clown has to be careful with taking his car down.
got one smoke going on. TRD Zyro taking down Elite Ali and also finishing on Elite. Going for the second knockdown and was a confirmed knockdown. Will it be over? And that was it for Elite team, ended up in the 4th place. Here we have
Executors, yes, one of the strongest teams in the last split, but this time around they haven't been looking too great. Right now they have prime position to get a top 3 finish as SMP's player getting fired left, right and center, as CRZ is the one who gets the skills of NSP's player, SMP's player, and they drop on the second player as well. Citizen X gets dropped on his knees, Xenos gets dropped as well. SMP is out of here.
And SMP ended up in 4th place. We got 3 teams left. It's going to be a 3v2 situation, I think.
I think right now it might be Clown just pushing through. Aziz there right in front of him. It looks like EXE playing it very aggressive here. TRD's Aziz right behind the rock. They know where he's at. They had an inkling of where he was at just now. And in from the side is actually Osama sees another player from the TRD squad. It looks like they're trying to converge onto him. But Clown just can't find him. Now he finds AZ. Will be able to drop him on his knees. AZ's losing players left and right because TRD's players just coming in. And they will be able to take down Zero as well. TRD is out of this, leaving Iraqi squad and EXE 3v4 situation as Iraqi squad has a lot of players here alive, making it 4 as it's a 4v3 situation. EXE should or will try to get themselves that winner chicken dinner, but they don't look so good. They're up behind this hill. They pull themselves a little bit. The spray down comes in for Roto, but does not connect.
Alright, so 3v4 situation. Iraqi squad knows how to play in these circumstances. They know how to use their utilities. They know how to push the line of defense of their platoon. So it's gonna be a surprise for me if here we go, execution coming in. Marco almost getting backed out, but still was able to survive. But he's going to get heals up, and still everybody should be waiting for the next circle.
They're just fighting it off again. They're just trying to push all their players away so that they don't have to fight them very early on, waiting for the next circle to push in. And then again they're trying to play it as passive as possible. He just providing some passive fire, but Clown has been knocked as he's hit. Salman's getting shot as well. Salman runs back up. He's in a lot of trouble here. He'll try to push back in. We'll be able to get down one. The execution player left, right and center right now. And Iraqi squad will be able to pick up another winner chicken dinner, or at least one in the semifinals.
Great. After first round, securing actually all of the first winner chicken dinners since the group stage. So we got congratulations to Iraqi squad winning first place with a total of 13 kills, followed by Executors with 6 kills, and also TRD with 9 kills. Pretty good start for all of this team. I believe Executors, especially Executors, because they weren't like they are a team. They were our Middle East favorites last season, so they also play like this last season. Also at the start they weren't playing pretty good, but in the mid time, or let's say semifinals and finals, they were catching up pretty much. And I think that I'm gonna feel that way also, because in this tournament I feel they are playing a little bit passive, and that is exactly which Executors like, and that happens. So I think Executors can play a lot more and play a lot more what's it called?
Hopefully they will try to play a little bit more aggressive, or at least try to siege a little bit more, so that we see that at least EXE can play. You know that they can take a lot of fights, especially that they know how to siege compounds. They know how to sustain a position for very long. As Clown, as you can see, taking down the players from TRD, if I'm not mistaken there, and TRD was finished off by EXE. But Iraq squad was just 4-man strong, and they had the opportunity to just circle around the players from EXE because TRD was already taken out. So it was very easy for Iraq squad to win that fight.
Yeah, and the takeaway for me actually on that round was from TRD, because Clown stood up and fired at the Iraqi squad, right?
Yeah.
But the TRD member were big, like I'm not joking, they were like 5 feet away, like 2 meters away on his side, and Clown wasn't even paying attention. But still, I don't know what happened. They missed a lot of shots which shouldn't happen in that. Like, it was close range and you shouldn't miss that. Missed those. And after that, Executor's team, Clown's teammate came up and finished off TRD. Because, like, it was a takeaway for me. I felt like TRD wasn't in a pretty good position on the circumstances, but you know, things happen.
So these are the at least two of these top 3 teams in that last game was the one that's or the ones that was leading the chart in the last group stages. So that's something good to see, because Iraqi squad is up there with first, EXE is second, but TRD third, and TRD was at the top of the charts in the last group stages, and they played fantastically as well. Iraq squad started off strong again. Iraq squad started off strong in that week. They got themselves 2 winner chicken dinners in the first day, but after that they kind of dwindled down. They kind of got quiet a little bit, and we didn't really see them. But after that, TRD just started popping up.
Yeah, like they started, like they didn't get any more chicken dinner, but they started dropping those frags. Started getting those placement points in. Normally, if you I feel like if you got 10 kills or 12 kills, you can easily end up in top 5 because it takes you that long to get those kills. So yeah, they were killing a lot and getting a lot of placement points. So they kept up and secured their position.
So I was wrong actually. They weren't so quiet actually, because placement point goes to show that they were still playing consistently, getting top 3 all the time. Because as we check the last points that they had, Iraqi squad was placed at second, but their placement points were 102 in comparison to the Real Dis 109. Their kills were 72 in comparison to the Real Dis 87. So they were still quite close towards each other, although we didn't see them in the terms where they didn't get chicken dinners or after that first day, because we thought that after that they will still keep it up because they got the chicken dinners back to back. But after that they just kind of got quiet a little bit. They just kind of got their placing, but they didn't win the game. But still okay, I think in the long run, right?
I totally agree on you. I think Iraq squad has the special ability to get used to the environment pretty fast. I think that's their special ability. If for example we're playing a best of matches, BO3s, I think Iraqi squad can easily win those circumstances. But again, we are not playing those. We are playing PUBG Mobile, which you have 16 teams coming into the map every time, and you need to find your way into the circle and finish off with the winner chicken dinner. It's not an easy thing.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing, especially that because we have 3 groups being played here today at the semifinals as well. Not today, but we have 3 groups being played, and because of it, sometimes you can't really gauge your opponents because there's so many opponents in there. With you aside, there's 23 other teams that will be playing, so it's very hard to read the situation because there's so many things to remember. Although some of these teams, sometimes they have the analysts in the team, sometimes they have coaches who can keep the stats and everything, but there's still a lot of data for them to kind of go through.
So the cool thing about PUBG is you got a lot of data to go through. Normally, most of the other competitive games, you only need to go through 1 or 2 teams and study their work, right? But in PUBG, it's a totally different thing. You got too many teams to study, and if you get that many teams and you want to study all of that, well, you basically can't play anymore.
there's just too much things for you to remember, especially for the players. That's why they kind of need an analyst or a coach to kind of help them with that. So that will be game number 1. Iraqi squad will be picking that up. We will be returning after the short break with map number 2.
PUBG Mobile Team Deathmatch. Anytime, anywhere, there is a better choice. Deathmatch. A quick game for those short breaks. There is a better choice. PUBG Mobile Team Deathmatch. Endless respawn, endless fun. There is a better choice.
It has been dropped. It looks like, yep, they're going in. Zero's going to push in first. He knows that they're on the other side of this wall, but he might be found upon this. They're inside the toilet. Then he's pushing out. It will be able to take down one knock. He's very, very low here, but should be able to test down one player at least. He should be able to test down Major. This is down Major. Back to firing ways, and they see Crazy. He's gonna throw in a nade. I think that's a no, that's a nade. But the nade kind of bounces out towards the side. Close. Now he's gonna try and commit towards this. Yes, it. How the hell did that connect? Crazy gets dropped. Now he wants to go in for the push. Marley very aggressive in this.
Ali is taking one of the other teams, and we got Iraqi Monster right here, spraying down on actually. And they're going for it. Is this going to be execution? Yes, Iraqi Elite is going for it.
By the car. Quiet falls down, and Arrow Madness looks like they are converging right here, but everybody's dropping like flies very fast. It's happening all around the map so far.
Yep. So because the circle, due to the circle is closing, and right now we're seeing actually Middle Eastern teams trying to fight down Lily. That's great spray. He does get it onto him. 963 is going to suffer.
Situation, as you can see, the rest of them, all of them are up here. 4v4, exactly 4v4 situation, and who will take down the opponent first? Elite has one apartment inside. Oh, look at that nade though. Wadi starts out first with the nade and the double nade. Saleh gets dropped, Jian gets dropped as well. There's one more player between them and Elite to win this match, and Jian coming in from the side will be able to finish him off. Leaves Kurd all alone. Kurd is already low in terms of HP. He has been found, and they will take it SYR.
That'd be so much fun.
What we haven't seen though is 404 getting involved in early fights. The first two games we saw them very involved in early engagements.
Yeah, I mean,
this game, very quiet.
I guess the trade-off they're making is, sure, they would get...
Vehicles.
Oh,
he gets him out again.
Down,
gets
son.
the second, goes for the run over, but no, it's just straight onto the hay bales, flies straight on forward. Goes down.
Yeah, and murdered is not the way you want to go down. Old age, maybe as they...
You don't want to go down.
Old age, maybe as they...
You don't want to go down by
like
a vehicle flip
either.
either.
That is a big
Goodness
one.
me, that is...
And this man has 8 kills now, I believe.
Gone, yeah. Really out here, I don't think he's going to have the angle. He has been spotted. He's going to stand up there for the kill, but he can't.
For long-range kills, if you can, in the early on games. We're here trying to get over that hill. Will he make it? He only got one wheel.
Elementrix try and push in, but they're coming up against Orange Rock, they're coming up against Hydra as well.
He's just waiting.
Oman has already gone down for entities. They've lost one of their 3 Snowbow Snakes.
A few moments later.
Yeah. Where they have one guy who is just waiting in. This might be go time. I don't know if they spotted it out. There's 2 of them right there.
Oh my god, Neo.
Oh, come on.
This
He's
guy
gonna
is
go
a
in.
really strong fragger as well.
No way.
Surprise!
He's
Shoot him!
Neo.
He's not fighting. What's going on your team?
Leaky!
Kiki!
Kiki! Kiki! He's right there!
You know he's there!
No.
Oh my god!
What is going on?
Oh,
my
he's
god!
part of the teammate!
He hasn't chucked it!
Kiki!
Oh, it's
Kiki,
the third
please!
person.
Oh, he's got it! Oh, he's gone! Ah!
What is happening?
Neo! Neo, please!
He's right there!
Oh,
my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Club Open 2019 Fall Split Middle Eastern Semifinals. My name is Wayne, along with AJ will be your casters for today, and thanks again to our title sponsors Vivo. Play PUBG Mobile with the Vivo V17 Pro. Brings you more immersive, more powerful, more outstanding performance. And here comes the glorious chicken dinner. And if you do like the stream talking about the glorious chicken dinner, you can like and subscribe the channel, and of course click the notification button so that you get notified whenever this channel comes online. Because on the PUBG Mobile Esports channel, there's not just one, there's not just two or three, there's 7 leagues being played right here, AJ.
And also, after you get the Vivo 17 Pro, simply go on Google Play, or if you're iOS, go on App Store, download the game PUBG Mobile. Click the download link. After you download, click start, and start getting your first winner chicken dinner.
Yeah, hopefully you guys can join us as well, because it's very easy to get into the game. It's even easier to watch it as well. So remember to click the notification button when you subscribe, and when you do, download the game as well. So thanks again for joining us. It's been an exciting first game as well.
Yep.
Iraqi squad, I think the same thing happened in the first place on the first day as well. So before further ado, we'll be watching the scoreboard of last game. Iraqi squad with 33 points, 13 kills for them, putting them at first place. Executors follow suit with 20 total points with only 6 kills, but they have 14 placement points. Third place is the real deal. Of course, in the group stages, they were the first place team, and they have 19 points after getting 9 kills and 10 placement points.
Yep, and SMP also followed behind with 14 kills, Uncharted 20, 12, IRAQI lead 10, and after that, everybody's gonna get 1 point or 2 points maximum.
Yeah, this is the rest of them. And Kurd team is there. Vendettas, me, Assassains, Abstruse, Kurd squad, and Vendetta. So there's 2 Vendettas as well that is in the second page, albeit Vendetta's been playing, one of the Vendettas been playing good. This is the VTX actually, not the DV one. The VTX has been playing exceptionally well, but this time around, the first game, not a hot start for them.
Yeah.
But Iraqi squad, exactly the same as last week. When they started off, they kicked things off with 2 winning chicken dinners back to back. It was on Sanhok and of course on Erangel.
Yep.
This time around on Erangel, already kicking things off, they win themselves the first game, AJ.
Alright, but let's see who lasts to the end, right?
Yeah.
Let's see if the real deal, or I don't know, maybe MiliTaryB catches up surprisingly. Everything could happen because still early on the game. So we should be getting onto our next map, which is going to be Sanhok. Pretty good map, and I think it's our Middle Eastern team's favorite because
Yeah.
you can get loot everywhere and just fight early on and do whatever you like. But again, Middle East, please play a little bit passively. It's good for you, it's good for us, it's good for everybody. If you play too fast, we can't catch up, right? Like everything is happening too fast. We're getting like 3 or 2 battlegrounds every time. Like we're losing the battleground, right? Play slower so we can catch up. Audience could catch up. Everybody is happy.
And that's true as well.
Just a joke.
We're just casters, we're not rappers, so we can't really catch the action as fast as you guys at home.
True.
Or you guys are playing. So hopefully you guys can just play a little bit more passive so that we can at least see you guys go through the second, third, fourth, fifth phase of the circle.
Yeah.
And then get yourself into the final circles with a lot more players, because as it stands, a lot of these teams going in very dry, and sometimes they lose players left and right. Iraqi squad was the only team that in the last circle that had all 4 players. The rest of them lost players in the middle side of the game.
Yeah, like normally it was till the end of 4v2 situation. So if you can just imagine if you got 1 more player,
Yeah.
it would be a completely different story for us and everybody. So what do you think about our first match?
For me, first match was fantastic. It showed that Iraqi squad, although they only got the chicken dinners in the first day, and then after that they didn't get any, shows that they're still relevant, they're still very strong, and they still can get those chicken dinners as well.
Alright.
But I want to see them getting more of that and just bring it towards the later stages of the game. Keep that momentum up.
Yeah, so you want to do a bet? Like, do you think Iraqi squad is a lot more? So where we left up, do you think like Iraqi squad is going to get it back to that? You said no, right? Do you want to bet on it? Like maybe get another bet going on?
I can go for a bet, but I don't know what we can put on the line here. What can we put on the line?
I don't know. A dance.
A dance is fine. I can go. I can
On
go
stream.
dancing.
On stream.
On stream, yeah, on stream. Of course, on stream.
All right. I think that's okay. That's
Okay, if I lose the bet, which Iraq squad won't win the second match,
Yeah.
You will have to sing. If I lose,
No. I
I'll
can
have to
dance.
dance.
I can dance, but I can't sing.
Oh man.
Right. Yeah, but
That-
it's
that
like
is
it's
okay.
a little
you
bit.
dance, I'll sing.
No. It's a little bit unfair. Like it's 16 of one chances that you win.
Yeah.
That you lose. That it's 16 out of 15 that I win. 15 out of 16 that I lose. Right.
Yeah.
A little bit. Maybe.
my
How
chances is better.
how about this? I pick 3 teams that I think they make it a winner chicken dinner.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Right?
Yes, I'll take that. Okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna pick the real deal Iraqi squad, and so this is my life ornament. I really want to support 46 loot, but I need to think about it. Who was good on this map? Who was good? I'm gonna go with.
You can take the Kurd squad. You can take the Kurd squad.
Nah,
of
that's
Kurd
1,
team,
2,
alright?
3.
You can take the Kurd squad of Kurd team, okay? That's too easy. You take the Kurd. You have to gamble with one more team.
All right, a gamble. I'll take SMP if that's good enough. HQ SMP. Kurd up team.
You're gonna take Kurd up, is
Kurd
okay.
up team.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. It looks like I might be dancing my butt off after this.
Maybe because I remember like Kurd up team actually making a lot of kills on this map, but got a little bit unlucky. So yeah. I put my bet on them, but I would like SMP. Normally, like I was going to bet on SMP because SMP knows how to play passive on this map. They're pretty good on Sanhok as believe. Like normally we see them making onto those top 3. SMP is pretty good. I think they are one of the most passive teams from Middle East, right? They are pretty strong on passive, and if you can passive on this map, especially on Sanhok, because everybody wants to fight early on. Yeah, if you can hold it there and you can make it to the end circle and add a little bit luck, SMP is good to go.
Okay, the question for me is it better for them to play fully passive?
Yep.
Or if they know how to fight again, because you said play to their strength, they don't know how to fight very early on. Should they just take the engagement? Because Sanhok promotes fighting very early on. You can just fight the teams who are closest to you, especially after you get some loot. And this map is very easy to get loot as well, as you said. So, which one do you think is the better choice? Just totally passive, just increase your passivity, or because sometimes you increase your passivity, you can get still overrun by other teams as well.
Yes, I think I think you always need to find the perfect balance. There's never a full-on passive play or full-on aggressive play. That's for sure. Like if you always rush in, you're gonna get third party. You can either get third party or shut down. But if you always play passive, you're basically every time you're fighting, you're waiting for a strike by chance, which normally comes around when other teams are aggressive or other teams want to play upon you. So if you want to play full-on passive, you rely on a little bit of luck, because let's say you're in the 5th circle and the circle isn't like towards you or isn't on your side. So you need to make a rotation, and that's the time you need to be aggressive because you need to push everybody out of the way, right? But also if you play too passive about it, alright, so cool. You are not going to get fight. Maybe you may die and lose. So there is a perfect balance about everything. But I believe like the sweet spot in Sanhok, is just getting there when the first round of engagements are over, right? You don't need you're not hoping for anybody to be eliminated or anybody get killed, but you're hoping for a first round engagement. Why? Because normally after first round engagement you get a lot of information. You know who and where and what are they doing, right? Especially if the engagement is near you and you see a couple of knockdowns and you match it with the gun and with the sound and with the timing, and you basically find out, alright, who's in the area, and based on that, you know how to play. For example, if you IRAQI squad and you find out, alright, Uncharted and MiliTaryB is in here, so right, okay, I can take them easily because I'm a better team normally, and I can kill a lot, so I can play aggressive, right? But let's say you're Vendetta and you find out, alright, 46 loot is near and you're camping, so you want to stay quiet and try to avoid the fights, right? Or you find out, alright, there's 4 or 5 teams coming up near my position, and that's when you want to make the call. You want to play it passive or aggressive. If you want to play passive, alright, just shoot them off. If you want to play aggressive, maybe push them a little bit towards the other side of things. And if you like, for the reason like I like SMP a lot is they gather a lot of informations, and based on that information they like to sandwich other people, right? They know how to push other teams into the mouths of tiger. They know how to push everybody into the worst position, and I think that's one of the good things they're good at. If they get the skill and the mechanics of IRAQI squad or the real deal, they could be pretty good. But sometimes about the problem with SMP is they do have a little bit lack of execution. Sometimes they don't execute well, sometimes they hesitate, sometimes they don't communicate ways, and I think that's the biggest problem from SMP.
I think one of the things that we haven't really spoken about is the rotations, right?
Yes.
Every single time the rotation comes in, I think that's one of the things that we will be talking about. We will be taking a short break. When we return, it will be map 2 right here. It has been dropped. It looks like, yep, they're going in. Zero's going to push in first. He knows that they're on the other side of this wall, but he might be found upon this. They're inside the toilet. Then he's pushing out. It will be able to take down one knock. He's very, very low here, but should be able to touch down one player at least. He should be able to touch down Major. This is down Major. Back to firing ways here. They see Crazy. He's gonna throw in a nade. I think that's a no, that's a nade. But the nade kind of bounces out towards the side.
Close.
Now he's gonna try and commit towards this. Yes, it. How the hell did that connect? Crazy gets dropped. Now he wants to go in for the first. Marley very aggressive in this.
Ali is taking one of the other teams, and we got IRAQI Monster right here, spraying down on actually.
Is there a madness?
And they're going for it. Is this going to be execution? Yes, IRAQI Elite is going for it.
And the car. Quiet falls down, and Arrow Madness looks like they are converging right here, but everybody's dropping like flash very fast. It's happening all around the map so far.
Yep. So because the circle, due to the circle is closing, and right now we're seeing actually Middle Eastern teams trying to fight down Elite. That's great spray. He does get it onto him. 963 is going to suffer.
Situation, as you can see, the rest of them, all of them are up here. 4v4, exactly 4v4 situation, and who will take down the opponent first? Elite has one apartment inside. Oh, look at that nade though. Wadi starts out first with the nade and the double nade. Saleh gets dropped as well. Jian gets dropped as well. There's one more player between them and Elite to win this match, and Jian coming in from the side will be able to finish him off. Leaves Kurd all alone. Kurd is already low in terms of HP. He has been found, and they will take it SYR.
That'd be so much fun.
What we haven't seen though is 404 getting involved in early fights. The first 2 games we saw them very involved in early engagements.
Yeah, I mean,
this game, very quiet.
I guess the trade-off they're making is, sure, they would go...
Vehicles.
Oh,
he gets him out
Put
again.
him down,
Gets
son.
the second, goes to the run over, but no, it's just straight onto the hay bales, fly straight on forward. Goes down.
Yeah, and murdered is not the way you want to go down. Old age, maybe as they...
You don't want to go down.
Old age, maybe as they...
You don't want to go down
Don't
by
like
a
that,
vehicle
no,
flip
no.
either.
That is a big
Goodness
one.
me, that is...
And this man has
PDZ
8
knocked
kills
out
now, I
and
believe.
gone, yeah. Really out here, I don't think he's going to have the angle. He has been spotted. He's going to stand up there for the kill, but he can't.
Or long-range kills, if you can, in the early on games. We're
trying to get over that hill. Will he make it? He only got one wheel.
As Elementrix try and push in, but they're coming up against Orange Rock, they're coming up against Hydra as well.
He's just waiting.
Aman has already gone down for entities. They've lost one of their 3 Snowblow Snakes.
A few moments later.
Yeah.
Where they have one guy who is just waiting in. This might be go time. I don't know if they spotted it out. There's 2 of them right there.
Oh my god, Neo.
Oh, come on.
This
He's
guy
gonna
is
go
a
in.
really strong fragger as well.
No way. He's
Shoot him!
Neo.
He's not playing.
What's going on?
Team.
Leaky!
Kiki!
Kiki! Come on! He's right there!
You know he's there.
No.
Oh
Neo.
my god!
What is going on?
Oh,
my
he's
god!
part of the team, mate.
He hasn't chucked it!
Kiki,
Oh, it's
Kiki,
the third
please!
person.
Oh, he's got it out! Oh, he's gone! Ah!
What is happening?
Neo! Neo, please!
He's right there!
Oh,
my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Welcome back to the PMCO PUBG Mobile Cloud Open 2019 Fall Split Middle Eastern Semi-Finals. We will be joining Game 2 very, very soon. It will be as an exciting first game as you can get with IRAQI Squad winning it.
Right.
But so far, the thing is, the question is whether they can sustain this in the later stages of the semi-finals, because we already know that they can get their chicken dinners on the first day. But on the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth days, because we have a few more days of game inside the semi-finals, can they get a little bit more after that? That is the question. Because me and AJ has a bet going on. AJ says that is it TRD, IRAQI Squad, or KUP? One of them will be picking up a chicken dinner in Sanhok. I disagree. I said that not really disagree actually, because I just want to go against what he says. So one of us is going to have to sing or dance. So hopefully you guys at home will enjoy that. But the question still remains whether IRAQI Squad can sustain this winner chicken dinner.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be like it's gonna be hard for IRAQI Squad, especially like it can be hard for them because Sanhok is a small map. Anything could happen. It happens so fast, so quick, and yeah, like it's just like that, and everything's gone.
Yep, and here we go into the second map of the day. We will be kicking it off in Sanhok. Just 2 maps being played so far, so there's a lot more action coming in your way. So you guys, if you just joined us, thanks again for joining us. Click that subscribe button and make sure that you get notifications as well, because there's 6 other leagues being played very, very much here on this very channel. So that will be exciting to watch as well. But here comes the flight path I would say it's a little bit rude, but because it's on the mainland, not so rude.
Not so. It's okay. Like you can go to a lot of places, and there won't be a lot of going to the hotspots. And like if you want to go to hotspots, that's your choice. But you can go to a place and start up easily and get no one into the same place, because normally everybody knows a little bit like clue. Oh, you're going that way, so I'm gonna go the other way. So, all right.
Okay, as it stands, ABS and MEA, me, Assassins, and of course Abstruse suddenly found each other in this compound. They should be fighting very, very soon here, as me, Assassins, just waiting for ABS to expose himself. MK14, exactly that. We'll see a couple of players inside his view. He knows where Pula is, sees him, waiting for Pula to expose himself on towards the other side or run away. Then where he does, he'll try to catch him from behind. But as he stands, look at that. ABS is just grouping up together towards the eastern side of the map, where the rest of MEE are actually converging towards the western side.
Yeah, and we've known like ABS knowing how to ABS knowing how to play these games out. They know when to go and when to strike and when to get out of there. They have a pretty good picking and the timing sequence, so they should be good on this. The normal way they like to play is basically get a little bit guns and get a little bit more information. And here we have TRD and Coop fighting over the temple. All right, these two teams. Why are you guys fighting? You are the teams on my list. Please.
Again, sometimes this team, because this is the first time this team are meeting each other in this group stages. So inside this or not this group stages, in the semi-finals. So sometimes they kind of hot drop towards the same spot.
Yeah.
Again, they will be playing the smaller maps once each day.
Yeah.
So they can't really gauge upon where the opponents are moving in or where the opponents are jumping out from. So this is why sometimes they stack up into one place. And as it stands, MA already got themselves the kill out on ABS Lord. So that will be the first blood coming in from that team. And that's the nade coming in from her car. Should be able to connect here. No, it doesn't do any damage. AZ is throwing out a grenade of his own as well. It looks like KUP wants to go in for the fight. Very, very aggressively from KUP.
Getting ready.
And
but
they're pushing in through. Again, Zero's
not
coming
the best
from
idea
the side.
to push in.
Zero
goes in.
Zero pops up. That's the last correct second.
Someone's gonna come up.
They should be able to take him down here. They will be able to finish him off, I think. And KUP has already lost one as well. So it's a 1v1 takedown so far. As
he's got an escape
underneath him. This is very bad for Golden Boy. As he pops that down, he can be sprayed upon, so that's why he's waiting for his opportune time to jump out. He changes towards the M4, but he can hear that AZ is going to go out towards the other side, or at least towards the other side of the temple. He's still underneath it, still playing it very passive, just waiting for them to for them to pounce on him. Then he wants to take the opportunity, but he runs out. This is a smarter choice, smarter decision coming in from him. His team is all lost. He's all alone. Grenade comes flying out. Maybe connects onto Freak though. He actually jumps a little bit too far there as Freak jumps runs towards the right side of the map or the temple. Then so far so good for KUP. Kurd up team, which is one of the teams that you chose to win the match, along with TRD. TRD, of course, one of the teams as well, but things are not looking too great for TRD as the nades come flying out from KUP. It will not connect on AZ, but AZ is all alone. They have an inkling of where he's at. They saw his feet. They know he's down here. Now they jump down, but AZ is marking towards one side. This is a very smart mark. He's waiting for them to pop out. Waiting for them to pop out here towards one side.
He gives himself away.
Yep, they know where he's at. They're going to push him very, very slowly. The thing is, they push him slowly. It's really too much. Nicely jumped from that. What the hell? You saw that one player went inside first so that the second guy can shoot above him. That was really, really smart coming in from them. Really eliminated at 15th place.
Alright, so right here we have two more teams. Vendetta and Extremes are playing. Executors are playing against. And so far, so good for Exterminators, having one kill already on their name. We can give the circle a look. Oh, the circle is quite quickly, and that's a kill coming in from Rotal.
Nicely done from the EXE squads. Executors, of course, a little bit quiet in the first week, but right now it looks like they are on back to winning ways.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great grenade.
Oh, it's a little bit too short.
More.
The second one as well falls in front of the rock. So he will be safe for now, but they know where Majid is.
Watch
the third one comes in. The third one will be able to connect. I think it does a lot of damage against him, but it's actually loud coming in from the sides for the flank.
Yep.
And AXE will be able to destroy DVX. I think they have fallen at 14th place.
Alright, that's an early on elimination. As we like to say, this map does promote you to fight early on the stages. EXE Clown, average damage about 161.5. Not bad, I say not bad. 161 acceptable.
The thing is, it's only been one map, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's acceptable. As you said, it's acceptable. It's an average of 100 damage. I think he just pops shots. Sometimes those people who averages lower than 300 damage sometimes are the one who confirms the kills.
Yes.
So that's really good as well.
Yes.
Sometimes you don't have to be the one who engages first. You can just wait for somebody else to engage them, the other teams first, and then when they're down on the ground, you finish the job.
Right. Here we have SNT Jamal. SNT Jamal, pretty good playing team. They know how to hold their positions, but the weakness of them is they have a little problem with rushing in or trying to take a compound down. All right, back to SMP. SMP, yes, this team, please don't die.
SMP, one of the teams that AJ really likes watching. He knows that he's been saying that they know how to engage, they know how to fight very early on, they know how to get themselves into the circle as well. So far so good for them, but they have been spotted out by Hazim as well. Looking for the side, goes in for the spin. Blast gets dropped very fast now. Second player pops out as well. It looks like the second player will be dropped as well. It's SMP Zeno. But on towards the other side, it's actually Citizen X and along with Messi. Two of them still firing back towards the 46 squad. They got themselves 2 knocks here, making it a 2v2 situation. But they are in a lot of trouble because their position has been found. Kablash has been finished off as well. 46 players, still 2 of the knock players still very much alive. The net guns flying out. It actually falls right in front of the 3 lines, but it actually pops towards the side. That was very close, but somehow they didn't get a kill.
Alright, trying to land some down. That's a great amount of damage onto Hazim. Hazim is knocked out. We are back to 2v2 situations.
Yeah, 2v2, which is 46 and SMP. They're fighting it off. Citizen X, jumps down, Pro goes for the Pro. Messi's coming in for the flank from the left side. This might be very good here. He spots both of them out. Sees Satan right behind the 3 lines by firing it out, but it's very hard to get the shot in because they're
going for a revive.
This is very good. He can go for the revive, but he might be exposed here if Satan goes in around the compound. But Satan is running back towards backside. This is very strange for 46.
Yep, and so far so good because right now 46 has already lost like the 3 of their members were knocked down and 1 of them just died, and I don't like maybe Moment has a chance of getting out there, but I don't think so. Satan falling back, trying to get that first hit on, and maybe he's gonna go for the revive on Hazim. But I think it's a little bit dangerous, I will say. But alright, good call right there. At least he's reviving him behind the rock, even though if SMP rushes on, they should be safe.
This is the weird part is because 46 was looking towards SMP. They fired the first shot first, but SMP turned back, fired back upon them, and they were split 2 to 2.
Yeah.
And because of it, they had the advantage going into it. Now EXE against SNT, they found each other. Executors, can they win this fight? Because they have been having problems a lot when fighting very early on. But now it might be their day, it might be their time to shine because Captain's going to throw in a nade and it will not. I don't think it will be able to connect because they are a little bit too far. And Toro coming in from the side, so he will be able to spot out Captain. And he knows where Captain is. Captain's going to throw out the net right beside him. He might be able to connect it, but he runs away.
Alright, so Lashin right here, making sure no one flanks from their right side. Other members also, 1 of their members are making sure no one flanks from the left side. Great line of defense right there. So let's see if someone can make a knock early. But the problem with, I think Captain should be a little bit closer to Lashin, because if someone rushes Lashin, there's no one to back him up and he's gonna drop straightly. But if also someone knows, alright, Jamal and actually SNT smoke their way, they can do a pretty good execution. Right, because
really rush effect. It's actually a third party coming in from the side. It's leading players left and right. Expose himself. Jamal sprays him down. They've lost 2 very in quick succession here. Now they're going to try and push into the house as well. Captain's been dropped by the Slay Clown, and with that, EXE will be dropped here. What a mistake by EXE. Didn't think that it would be a third party, but ME Assassin still firing up from up top against SNT this time around.
Alright, SNT, like, that was a pretty good round for SNT, and they got a little bit lucky, but great execution, smoking that left side, and ability for them actually to flank around without being noticed. A mistake actually from executors not double checking that smoke and not letting someone to go there. So yeah, that was the mistake to have. And last member of Loot 46.
Satan's all alone inside the house. What can he really do in this situation? I think.
Oh, he's gonna drop one.
First. Oh, he sees.
Oh no, he doesn't drop.
Why?
Why?
He doesn't get the kill. Oh my lord! Satan just pops out. They know where he's at right now. He's right behind the door. They're gonna destroy the door. He runs back towards the backside of the house. He eventually got out. They're gonna spray him down. There's a lot of damage against him. They're shooting his legs as well. He's running left and right to try and survive for the meantime, but they know where he's at. They're gonna flank him. He's going for the punch as well. Just to add insult to injury, they will be able to get that kill up on 46 Satan.
Alright, back to SNT and Middle East Assassins. Actually, look at the position of Faker. Pretty sneaky, and we got Vendetta over the northern side of the hills. So my choice not to get engaged, especially SNT. Winning one fight is already enough. Getting 2 kills under the name, and look at this. Middle East Assassins already have 6 kills under the name. That's a lot of kills for the start.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. A lot of the Middle Eastern teams, sometimes they know how to fight very early on. In the middle stages of the game, they have some trouble getting themselves into the circle and their rotations. What we will be talking a little bit after this is about their rotations as well. But as it stands, look at me, Executor is right in smack in the middle between Vendetta and our Iraq squad. The rest of Assassins are actually towards the other side, and they are flanked as well. Executor has been dropped as well.
Alright, so SNT captain, he's trying to gather more information. I feel like he knows something's up, and if not, he's just lucky. He's not moving up anymore. And we have a fight actually over the mountains. Let's see if captain can third party. He does able to third party one member and lands a lot of damage actually on VT, but VT gets back onto that rock, and this is the time actually for Iraqi squad just to rush up. But it's not the best choice, because still early on in the game you can easily get third party, and also when you know there's already someone can shoot upon you.
Yeah, VTS getting third party by SNT. At the same time, VTX is fighting against Iraqi squad. So this is a third party coming in from the SNT team. But so far so good for VTX or Vendetta. It looks like they will be able to survive this onslaught for the meantime. But it looks like SNT's captain a little bit uncertain on where to go now, because Assassins are still underneath him, but they're not making a move just yet.
And Iraqi squad, I think they are going for the execution, because as soon as normal you see smoke popping up, means they are either going to fall back or they are going to get out of there. And Korm actually able to land a hell out of damage onto Islam, but Islam gets taken down. Oh no, it's an M24. He may get taken down. One more shot and that's it. And luckily he doesn't. But over there, captain still again third partying Vendetta and not giving them a lot of things. I'm captain. Right now, Chrome has an M24. You sure you want to go for that fight? Because I think M24 does a lot of damage. Maybe best thing for you is to go back a little.
Yeah, the best part is MEA still underneath all of them, still fighting it off. And the circle's right smack in the middle. We all have elite, Iraqi elite, Kurd squad, who's actually towards the western side of the map coming in as well. We have N63 or 963 on the top side, 963 team coming in from the northern side. We have Uncharted coming in from the northwestern side as well. So a few of these teams still outside, but there's only 3 teams that are outside. 963 already got themselves inside the circle. They're fighting off against MTB as well. MiliTaryB might be in a lot of trouble here, because we know 963 plays it extremely well when they're taking engagements. But as I say that, it looks like IRAQI who will be the one who draws first blood first. Anas gets dropped from the side of MTB.
Oh my god, look at this. Right, a captain is always watching over the other side of the mountains for Vendetta, right? But Look how close Faker is. He's just like roaming there, not making any sound. MK14 watches his back, make sure nobody flanks around. Alright, so if like it's the best thing actually not to move for Middle Eastern, but I think someone, Jamal, I think just called on who's that coming in?
Okay, this is the fight that I was saying about. 963 coming in from the left side. We have MTB, MiliTaryB coming in from the right as well. But it looks like MiliTaryB will fire the first shot. Will be able to destroy a couple of players here and do a lot of damage against Bauka as well. Bauka drops onto his side. As you can see his legs, but and from afar, Z3ZF will fire back towards him. He will be dropped. Still, Assassins fighting it off, and MTB suddenly joins the fight as well.
Alright, there's two choices you can do if you're MiliTaryB right now. Either pop smokers, go forward, take that kill and rush in, or either also pop smokers like N60 and try to revive your teammate, because he's alone. He can easily get third party or picked by anyone, and blue is also closing in, so lay low.
Back towards Elite versus Kurd team. It looks like they will be engaging very, very soon as Golden Boy just proning but slowly pushing towards him. Yen is actually behind the rock, but it looks like KUP will be the first one to lose players first. Yen will be eliminated as well. So KUP's Golden Boy will be eliminated as well. It looks like a 3v2 situation showdown, but it looks like Elite's winning this fight so far. Akar placed himself behind all of them. He's a little bit further behind as Jen will be able to spot Hakar, I think, as Hakar will try to thirst him down. But at the same time, as you can see, Elite has the advantage going in.
Great amount of damage on to Ali, but someone, I think,
Saleh is actually pushing through as well. As you can see, Jen actually got the nade, as you said. Left him to have a but he's crawling his way towards Ali. Will be able to be picked up as Saleh and Kurd all pushing through as well. They know that they've got a lot of kills here towards the KUP squad, and they know the Lakers team as well. Swing from the sides,
Nice.
Hakar gets dropped. Saleh with the kill. Elite will be able to win that fight against Kurd squad.
Alright, great execution actually from Elite. And the name was close, but not good enough. Alright, so we got Kurd Squid eliminated in 11th place, as you see on the left-hand side of the middle. We got the new circle spawn in, which Iraqi squad is right in the middle. Uncharted north of it, SNT trying to make it in, me, Assassins laying low, not making a lot of sound. Elite just finished off that 5, SMP slowly moving in, and also KS Baby are ready to move in, and also Vendetta's already in the circle. MTB still fighting for N63, but I think that's a couple of good grenades, and I think 3ZF's not gonna make it.
Best part.
One more grenade! That's gonna make a connect.
Come on.
Yes!
Yes! 3ZF will be eliminated here. N63 is done, and that's it. They are out of here. And that the thing is, with that circle just now, IRAQI squad is right smack in the middle, and it's right towards a junction. They have a compound there which they can play around, and they can just stay around the houses.
This scenario happened before on the same map with IRAQI squad. They were on the mountain, and they had the spot. They were waiting for a rotation, but the circle kept them in the middle, and they were actually sandwiched with 3 or 4 teams.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Like Elite, it's going to be IRAQI squad is going. Please don't do that. Not again. Not again. We last time we got four members alive. This time we only got 3 persons. So if we do that, oof.
Yeah.
And the special thing, like the worst part about it, they're in houses, right? The problem with these houses are they're quite open, and the best target for grenades and Molotovs.
Yep, that's exactly right. The grenades and Molotovs are just like magnets for these houses, because you can see they're kind of small, and it's very easy for you to bounce a grenade back inside those narrow rooms at the back, or sometimes the toilet area.
Oh, someone's getting watched.
Citizen X jumps out towards the right side. He will be spotted out by Buyo, but Buyo knows that he's a little bit further behind. It's actually SNT coming in for the fight. SNT is up top of the hill. SMP getting shot upon here. It looks like Citizen X will be dropped as well. That's nicely done from SNT so far. That leaves KS Buyo, or KS, in the prime position to just kind of push back in towards the circle, and they have a compound in their control right now.
Alright, last time actually SMP and SNT and SMP were in a fight. I think SMP won the fight, So let's see who will win the fight this time.
It looks like Assassins have been found by the KS squad. They're looking to fight this off. Good squad. I think they have the upper hand here, but SNT coming in from the top. Looks like Captain still marking towards the same side. Still looking from above, trying to find himself a kill. As you can see, he's darting around, jumping around, getting some information here.
They're in a pretty good position, actually, if you want to be fair. So why not just land some damage on other teams and maybe pick up a kill? It's not the wrong thing to do if you're in that position, but you need to do one thing: make sure there aren't any more people around.
VTX there now. Vendetta with a nice shot there. Coming actually, Human actually getting eaten by the blue there. The rest of MTB actually just kind of running around trying to get towards the circle, but Human, as you can see, he's in behind the rock. Self is just trying to spray him down, but he just can't get the shot in because he's right smack behind the wall, behind the and then Molotov actually jumps out. We'll be able to burn him down. I think he is burning him, but
no, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is.
Oh, it's actually the play zone got him first.
Ah, that was a close call. And Will trying to make it in. Will I be found? Oh, you missed that? Seriously, you missed that, Moha?
Okay, now Moha gets it. Whatever it is, MTB is losing players left and right, leaving Moduni alone. VTX now fighting with KS. KS 4-man strong. VTX Vendetta 4-man strong as well. They're firing on all cylinders. They're firing against each other, but Baby can heal up as well. So this looks like a good fight for both of these teams. KS and MTB looks like a very good fight here.
Right, Kurd squad, 4-man squad. SNT also 4-man squad. It's early on. We got 8 teams, and once we don't see this a lot actually. Middle Eastern teams having 25 players and 8 teams alive on the 5th circle. And looks like KS Baby is going for a play. He may get a lot of free kills. He's going for a bot takes down.
What? KS had the opportunity there to get both of the skills. But
nice.
You'll see very much alive here. We'll be able to clear down a couple of players. They're actually eaten by the blue in this situation. We'll be able to rejoin his teammate here in this situation. But Iraqi squad is firing back at them. This is Iraqi squad's compound. He's right smack in the junction here. They have all the control that they can. And VTX already lost a couple of plays. Baby gets dropped as well inside the outside the play zone. So the circle again right smack on top of Iraqi squad. All of them will be converging here. But the thing is, Iraqi squad just firing everywhere as well. They spread apart. They're trying to look for information around the map. And if they do a perfect job of it, they can't be sieged. That's a good point. That's a good thing because there's no vehicles for them to siege as well.
Yeah, so right now the best thing actually I think Iraqi squad is going try to do is try to take out KS, Team KS. After that, maybe secure like at least a 120 angle and make sure that 120 is angle and move out the house and use the house instead of a cover. But it is a risky play. And here comes the grenade. That grenade is a little bit high.
Ari's been dropped already. Buyo's there as well.
Oh, is he gonna pick up that
grenade.
kill?
He doesn't know that there's a kill coming, or one of the players has been shot.
Oh, nice!
Look at that, MK14 out in the open.
And that was it for
takes
SNT.
Him down. Oh my lord, SNT is gone right now, leaving 5 teams still alive here. SNT still has 3 men strong. Uncharted with 3, Iraq squad with 3, Kurd squad with 1, Iraqi elite with 1.
Alright, everybody, so this is going to be horrifying because everybody is going to try to rush in. And the worst part for Iraqi squad, they're gonna have to fight off at least 2 teams to make it in. Alright, any pressure win?
Pressure?
Yeah.
Pressure from everywhere as he stands. You look at Osama right now, just firing again. They're trying to fire everywhere here to just kind of push the players away, to kind of force them to fight against each other because they're right smack in the middle of the circle. But Buyo has picked up Ari here, so that means that's good work so far from the KS squad or the Kurd squad because they look like they
nice.
Players. But in from the sides, Elite will be eliminated here. There was only one player left coming in. He couldn't really get into the compound. He will be shot upon. KS Buyo just firing back towards the Iraqi squad, but Iraqi squad just holding his compound very, very strongly, and both of the KS players are at full health.
But what I have to say is, alright, SNT Jamal just landed a grenade.
Buyo get third party here from SNT as well. So things are not looking so bright for KS Kurd squad right now. They're stuck behind the rock in a hard place, and SNT actually pushing in. He might be found upon.
That's one.
Osama will be able to take him down. Jamal is dropped as well. And the rest of them are still coming in very slowly. UN's players are getting dropped as well. Bunemar is actually dropped.
Alright, the problem in Iraqi squad, their doorstep is smoke, and SNT actually trying to help IRAQI's right there. SNT landing a grenade onto Slum. Alright, that's gonna hurt a lot, and that's gonna slow that IRAQI squad. Not the best thing, right, to go for that revive right now, because you can easily get dropped down. But SNT actually doing IRAQI squad a favor and picking those kills up. And we are going to see a lot of grenade coming in and coming out, going out.
Yeah, a lot of this is the time where a lot of the grenades will come flying out towards a lot of these teams. So they have to be careful here, because they have to kind of converge towards one side of the house if the nade comes out. Look at Bashar, right smack outside of the circle. He's quite close towards it, or rather quite close towards. Okay, he's in the circle. Salman's in the circle as well. Osama, the rest of IRAQI squad is right there as well. Bashar gets dropped across the road as Lashin and Samurai just sprayed down on him. But there's still one more player left for the UN squad.
And once again, the circle spawn in IRAQI squad's favor. Look at the smart play Osma is actually doing right there. Alright, Osama. Osama is right there. He's laying low, see when actually someone tries to flank from the right. He's gonna have a little bit of problem. And here comes the Uncharted going for the kill. He's getting glued, and SNT goes spread, and that's a double
kill.
Fights on.
IRAQI squad against SNT now.
2v3.
2v3 situation. They're pushing out, but SNT might be in a lot of trouble here.
That's
they're getting shot. A lot of damage being passed around by IRAQI squad. Look at that. 2 players down. They're pushing in through, but Osama being lost. One down for him. 2 players still outside, and they will be able to get it. It looks like IRAQI squad won it, and you were right, AJ. IRAQI squad picks themselves up the second winner chicken dinner of the day.
Alright, IRAQI squad, congratulations to IRAQI squad picking that second dinner back to back. With in total of I believe that's gonna be 5 kills plus 3, 8 kills, and SNT was also over 10 kills, I believe. Yeah, SNT also got 13 kills, I guess. Anyways, we can see the leaderboard pretty soon, and let's check out the highlights. So we got the Kurd team actually fighting with TRB and winning the TRB team without any losses. Executors right here actually taking a lot of things, and this was the worst thing that happened to the 46, right?
That was a mistake, right?
They started first, they got it, but they didn't do it. And also another mistake over here from
back to Jamal. SNT played it very fantastically there, but unfortunately they were lost very early on. Elite Saleh, you can see the Elite knows how to take a very good fight, but somehow just can't convert it into a win. So that's one thing that they have to rectify very soon going into this semi-finals. But as you can see, VTX, one of my favorite teams. Banderas, both of the Banderas are actually one of my favorite teams. So that's really cool to watch as well. But this is the final circle. As you see in front of the side, Osama just destroys a couple of players. Very straightforward here. And whatever it is, look at that double spray down from Lashin. That actually helped them to get the win there, because SNT's player just kind of cleared down the players from Uncharted. And then it was left to IRAQI squad. And IRAQI squad had all the advantage in the world. They had the manpower as well going into that fight. The circle was kind of like on top of it, but they kind of forced a lot of the players out of the houses. Not a lot of the players, actually the SNT players out of the houses. And they were willing and able, and they were waiting outside of the house.
Yeah. So like I was like it was a double-edged knife for IRAQI squad with that circle, because I believe they got lucky, not because the circle spawned in their favor. I think they got lucky because nobody had any items left for that fight, right?
Definitely.
If someone, for example, SNT or Uncharted, any of those threw like 2 or 3 grenades, and they can fill up to those rooms, because in that compound or in that house there's 2 rooms, and if you throw a nade into those rooms, you are definitely gonna get some knockdowns, or somebody is going to like rush out and you can pick that kill easily. So I would say IRAQI squad got a little bit luck on there, right? If you don't get like, if someone actually like the smoke, even smokes are going to be deadly in that situation.
Yeah, but none of it was actually expanded towards the last circle.
Yes,
because as you said, none of them had it. If you and Uncharted and of course SNT took the time together to kind of just throw all of their nades towards one place where IRAQI squad was, they could have just taken them down, because they were right smack in that house, couldn't really move. After the circle shifted, then they had to move out of it. But again, if the nades come flying in, they were all kind of stuck in the house, all 3 of them, and you are totally right there. If they kind of maybe tag teamed up, they could have taken down Iraqi squad.
Yeah, and the one thing, like, if the grenades came earlier, so the only chance, like the only safe chance was them to go from the behind the door, which was camped by SNT also, so they could like easily flank them from right side, and bullets will be coming from everywhere if they were in that situation. But luckily for them, nobody has any more grenades, so item management is very important, even though you're in the last circle, right?
Yeah, I think that's what AJ been saying for the last week or so. He's been reminding us, he's been hammering us with that. Item management is one of the key ways for you to win. And exactly that, a lot of the Middle Eastern teams do not have a lot of item management. Sometimes what they do is that they make sure they have the firepower for it, they have the guns, they have the bullets for it, but exactly that, sometimes they don't have the need for the final circle.
Yes.
Except with that, we did see yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, Elite and I forgot another team who actually destroyed Elite by getting themselves a couple of grenade throws, right?
Yeah. It's also on the highlights, like after we take a break, you can watch it on the highlights. I think it's still on there.
Yeah, you guys can check that out as well, because Elite squad was a 4v4 and they kind of fought it out. But here is the scoreboard. Iraq squad with 28 points. SNT follows suit with 27, just 1 more point behind them, or 1 point less behind them. Kurd squad with 15 points, sitting at number 3. But as you can see, just 2 point difference, 1 point difference, and it's only 8 kill points for Iraq squad. But SNT with 13 kills.
Yeah, that's a lot of kills, right? So again, on third place we have Kurd squad with 15 points, Me Assassin 12 points, Iraqi Elite 11 points, Uncharted 1 kill but 10 placement points, 11 kill. That's good enough for me. Vendetta 9 points, followed by MiliTaryB 8 points. Alright, on to the next page. We have Kurd up team with 5 and SMP also 5. Executor early on execution, but 3 kills makes them 46 loot. Not too good, especially you missed that 2 shots. Alright, that's 2. 963 early on fighting, not good also. Try to avoid it next time. And that was it, and here we have the overall standings.
The overall standings, it is as Iraq squad right smack at number 1 with 61 total points, 21 kill points. Look at the placement points, 40 placement points against SNT, who is at number 2 with only 15 placement points. That's how much of a difference it is, as Iraqi squad got themselves 2 winner chicken dinner in a row. Executors follow suit with 24 points, but that being said, they kind of lost very early on in the last round. They could have just jumped above or got themselves above SNT if they kind of just played their cards right. Uncharted follows suit with 23 points. The Real Deal with 20 points, one of the teams that you said could have won it as well. Played extremely well towards the end of the last group stages, but this week around, starting off a little bit slower, but hopefully they can pick things up. SNP with 19 points. Iraqi Elite with 19 points as well, sharing it with SMP, and Kurd squad with 16 points.
Alright, followed by the second page, we have Me Assassins 14 points, MiliTaryB 14, followed by Vendetta 10 points, Kurd up team 9 points. Other than that, yeah, 46 loot, 8 points, Vendetta, 3 points, and 963, 2 points. That means they got no kills for 2 rounds and early elimination.
Yeah, 963 has been a lot to be desired there in their gameplay. This time around, this week around at least, their gameplay has been a little bit lackluster. Last week they played extremely well. They were the mid-table kings, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, but this time around, this week, it's just not good enough for 963. I think they have to pick things out. Kind of choose, again, play to your strength. Kind of choose whether you want to engage very early on or go for the circle at the end.
Yep, completely, completely green on you, and that was the problem, right? If it was on the group stages, you could easily go for the kills and fight early on, because we get a lot of chances meeting up other teams which are also a little bit weaker than you. You can easily finish them up and get 4 kills. But here's the thing, they got eliminated, and you're left with teams are not so weak. And let's say for example SNT, right? They're on the bottom, but their mechanics are there. They're not easy to kill, right? 963 was actually fighting with Kurd up, I believe, right? It was a close call, but still, it's scary, right? You can either go both ways. You win it, you lose 1 man. You lose it, you lose all, right?
Yeah.
So, like, this is the part when you start to play slower and start to use your calculation, start to estimate your chances, and start to avoiding unnecessary risks, right? There are risks that you can take, you must take, you have to take, right? No, like if you lose on that, no one can blame, right?
Yeah.
But there are risks that it is not necessary and you don't need to take, and those things are the things you want to avoid.
Yeah, straight from the doggy's mouth himself. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll be going for a short break. Game 3 will return after this. Welcome back to the PMCO PUBG Mobile Club Open 2019 Fall Split Middle Eastern Semifinals. My name is Wayne, along with AJ will be your casters for today, and thanks to Vivo, our official sponsor. And if you want seamless and uninterrupted gaming, the Vivo V70 Pro is the one for you. And if you do like this stream, make sure that you click the subscribe button and the notification button as well. Make sure that you ring that bell, because there's not just one but 6 other leagues being played right here on this very channel.
I'm playing on my new phone, Vivo 17 Pro.
Vivo 17 Pro?
Yeah, I download the game on Google Play, or you can download the game on iOS, also from App Store. Just search in PUBG Mobile, and you're good to go. I'm back to playing. Alright, keep up.
So that's it. That's just how you want to start the game. And of course, remember to subscribe on the very channel, PUBG Mobile Esports channel as well, because it's just a lot of fun, a lot of content for you guys who are fans of PUBG Mobile Esports in general. So AJ, we've seen some wonderful gameplays, but I think the big story is here is that IRAQI squad, for second week in a row, their first game, they got 2 chicken dinners in a row.
Right, that's
2 in a row at once.
Right, 2 in a row is like dominating the first day.
Yeah.
That at least they back me up. Like, yeah, AJ, you're right about we do pretty good on our first matches. We can make that happen. We can make that happen for you.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's exactly that. They played fantastically for their first match. Second match, they had the circle in their favor as well. Twice they had the circle in their favor. They were in the one of the only compound which was at a crossroad, and because of it, they got themselves that winner chicken dinner. And now we will be moving on towards Vikendi. Can IRAQI squad sustain the winner chicken dinner and get it for the 3rd time? Or will TRD finally shine here, and we'll see something that's awesome from the real deal?
This is the best route we have ever gotten yet. Like, this is the most split like, this is the perfect, right? This is the perfect route. Not the perfectest, but this is what you want, and this is we are getting. And let's hope for a good circle. Everybody hope.
As everybody pray together here for a very good circle. As you say that, not the most middle of all lines, but it's actually quite close with
like
it.
You can get to, like, if you jump now, you can get to everywhere on this map, because you can jump for like only 1.5 kilometers is for sure, and not the worst circle we've ever seen, right? That's okay, that's doable, right? Turn back if you can. If you're on this, if you're on the eastern island, get back. Oh, right, that's what. All right. Never mind. Never mention. No, don't mention.
A couple of teams are actually quite close towards each other here, so this might be something dangerous, because AZ is there as well. NK40 is trying to run away from that fight. It looks like a lot of them are hot dropping very, very close towards each other. I think that's quite strange here, as Mi's guns, Assassin's guns has been dropped here. I think he will be finished off as well. Finished off. And it will be first blood going in the hands of TR's AZ. TRD's AZ here.
Alright, so MK40, guns, as you said, he's out. Alright, that's the early elimination. Here we have 963 fighting with TRD. TRD is not having a good time today. Last round they fought against, I believe it was Kurd up, right? And right now, 963 is at their doorstep. So yeah, the real deal, not the best situation they can get into. Yep. But as we were talking, AZ and Kevin are coming here and to the rescue.
Hopefully TRD can win this fight against N63 or 963's team.
Yep.
That's the distinction between them, because there's another team, another 960 in here, but they are a squad.
Yep.
So, but this is the better team, I think, in between both of them, right?
Yes, 963 squad got eliminated last week, so we're not gonna see them anymore. So
that's the distinction between them.
That's the good thing for us, because right, everybody knows what's happening. This is the 963 alphabet, not the 963 number and squad. So AZ and Kevin made it to the rescue, but the problem is, where is 963's teammate, right? I saw them looting not far away, but if they come into the party now,
they're a little bit late. As you can see, this is their teammates, and that is their teammates being attacked. So you're late.
Actually,
to the
they get
party.
it. They got the first knock
Yes.
onto Kevin first. That's nicely done from them so far. But can they somehow defend this? Because again, there are only two of them, too strong in this situation. But can they survive this? Because AZ is going to pick up his teammates already, Kevin. Although I don't think they have a lot of med kits to work with, but he does have the 5 bandages. He already dropped towards his teammate there. Kevin should be able to use them up. And as he says, look at Elias being dropped here. Anas is on the second floor. Will be able to drop AZ as well. A couple of players coming up, and Anas, unfortunate for him, he will be dropped. The rest of 963 are coming, but they're too late to the party here.
Too late. If you see someone dropping in the same area, right? When you're falling, when you open your parachute, you need to look around. And if you see someone, and if you see a team going into the gear, please don't separate your teammates too far away. You can separate it a little bit, but not too far, because believe it or not, the real deal knows where is 3ZF right now. They know at least the headings of 3ZF, so they're going to be aware of you and your position, and they're not gonna risk it, and you're not gonna get an easy kill, or worse, you're gonna get eliminated. So this is going to be pretty dangerous. As you can see, both of 963 teammates are just gonna wait there, and we have also a fight going up over here against Vedenta and V3.
Good grenade actually lands on Chrome. This is actually Kurd up squad or Kurd up team against VTX. As VTX's Chrome will be dropped here. Molten just spring against them, but Chrome has been dropped. So Molten has kind of hold this situation alone. Will be able to pick up his teammate, I think, because the rest of them are converging towards the one place. Good molly though to kind of push anybody away from coming in towards the house. But Chrome will be picked up in this situation. They should be good to go for another round number 2 to try and fight this off.
Alright, I just saw TRD eliminating 963, but I think they lost one of their players. So not the perfect opening if you're wishing for, but I'll take that. It's not the worst you can get, right?
Yep.
For example, the first 2 rounds, better than first 2 rounds. At least they got 4 kills. And here we have Kurd is up with no grenades. I will say either just rush in or either just get out there, because, well, although playing it passively is the best idea, but it's not gonna help anyone. But both of these teams can just wait for it and let's see who's gonna drop first. As soon as the first person drops, it's gonna show us how the other team's gonna play.
Oh, there's actually a lot of damage done from her car towards one of the players coming in from VTX. So Vendetta might be in a lot of trouble here because he can't really jump out of the houses. So when they start jumping out, they're gonna be engaged upon. And so you can see KUP Freak and Golden Boy sitting in one compound. Her car inside the next compound, and AK-47 behind him. So if they fight here, this is a very good position for KUP to be in, to take both of these kills down. Exactly that, because they can set up a crossfire here.
As we were watching this fight over here, I think Middle East Assassin just got eliminated. That's an early on elimination. Actually, it was only like 6 minutes into the game and you already got elimination. Not what you're looking for. That's gonna damage your hype. That's gonna damage your confidence, and not the best thing you're wishing for and looking forward to. Moha actually in a pretty good position, but he needs to play this very passively because everyone knows you're here, and you need to wait for your actually in this position you need to wait for your teammates to make a run for it, and then you can support fire, and let's see if you can track someone down. And we have Korn actually already flanking from behind. Alright, some great damage. That's good damage, right?
Yeah, but Freak turns back though. But the thing is, can he run through? Oh, he will be able to just run. Barely makes it out alive. And Scrum comes in from behind. That's very scary. The rest of them are coming, converging towards the backside as well. This is very good coming in from VTX. Vendetta, can they get a couple of kills here? But look at that. Moha still on top of the roof. It means he has a vantage point around all of these KUP players, because as soon as they come out of the compound, the grenade comes out.
Oh no.
Oh, it's a molly actually. But right now, it looks like KUP has a little bit of disadvantage here. They're stuck inside the house. They know where they're at. And VTX is just pushing and nailing them to the wall. Can they get the skills though? Look at that. This is just so aggressive from the Vendetta squad. They're pushing in very, very fast. But Freak's on the side. Self has to be careful here, because once he gets spotted out, they're going to converge onto him. Bring down with the Uzi. We'll be able to connect with a couple of shots. Freak though, still very much alive. He changes towards the AK side. We try to push them down. Hakar gets dropped
Mullet
very low.
down.
Moha is there to provide support. And exactly that, Moha gets a kill on to Hakar. Now they have to fight
Moha in
3v4
great position,
situation
helping
here.
his teammate
Self
out.
is coming out as well. They're all stuck in this situation. Where can they go out? It looks like Golden Number has jumped out of the window, trying to go for the flank, trying to catch Molten off guard. They were able to do so. Nicely done. And VTX will drop KUP. Oh my lord, they were at the disadvantage there, but VTX somehow whiffs everything.
Yeah, I will say they had a good run, right? Like, I'm not joking, but that was a great. I think that was a great execution from VT right there. That was a great execution. They were on the same page, and they went for the game, and it was pretty cool. And although they lost it, I think like the first thing was the Molotov. If that Molotov actually went in, that could have made a little bit of a game changer. But again, at least lower the chances from the mechanical reasons.
Yeah.
Don't like that. Those kind of Molotovs shouldn't happen. We've seen it last season. We are still seeing it on this season, and this is the semifinals.
Yeah, everybody has to step it up, especially that your technical abilities to play with the utilities is one of the things that you have to watch out for, because at this stage you cannot make a mistake, you cannot make an unforced error. You are the one who's throwing those grenades or those mollies out. You are uncontested at these times. You should be able to get those grenades or those mollies thrown in.
Yes.
So again, unforced errors is one of the things that a lot of these teams have to watch out for, because they're not getting engagement. But right now, it looks like the Real Deal has found themselves in front of Kurd Squad. As Kurd Squad already was the one that in the last game who was eliminated very early on. This time around, he's still alive. 4 men strong for the Kurd Squad. TRD is kind of split apart here. There's 2 more players coming in from the northern side of the map, but the rest of them are right here. AZ has been spotted out by Buyo, and looks like they want to go for the engage.
Alright, so I was wrong early on. TRT actually lost no one to to 963, so full-on victory actually for TRT. And also we have over here KS Baby also with 3 kills under their name, so they are also very good. Both of these teams are looking quite good. They got their equipments. I see a couple of items. Now it's the thing, right? And as we are speaking, his teammates, the cavalry, is here. But this is the important thing. If Kevin and AZ can hold this compound down, how are his teammates gonna play it out? I would say at first they're gonna group up. Then after that they may go for a rush-in, but it's hard because KS may go for a rush-in, but I think both of these teams understand the simple rule of don't rush, and especially on the early on games.
Yeah, I think compound smashing is okay for them, but again, they're already evacuated from the car, and they're pushing in on, or they're pushing in on foot here. As CRD actually spots out 46 as well from a mile away. 46 is not the team that they want to engage upon now, but TRD Kevin will be able to spot a couple of players out in the backside, just making sure that he doesn't get stabbed in the back by anyone. Yep. But as he stands with the rest of KS, the rest of Kurd Squad actually is flocked up together inside one compound. They want to play a little bit safer as the car comes in. And the thing is, TRD does have a card if they want to breach this compound that KS is in, but it's ill-advised, especially because they have so many rooms or so many wiggle room, because there's so many windows here that they can just spray down the place from TRD.
I don't know if actually KS Kurd Squad right there got the information, but someone's closing on TRD. And I think TRD, the Real Deal, is gonna diverse their manpower to fight back actually EXE. And I think like EXE are pretty good at securing compounds. They do it pretty well, but the thing is EXE also is playing wiser, so I think they also are not going to, if they know someone's in that compound, they're gonna stick it to it. And KS Baby actually with 370 average damage. Not bad.
That's beautiful. That's 3 kills in its own if you can convert that into kills. So again, those are the damage that's being done by a lot of these players. It's starting to rack out a little bit more as Zero coming in from the side, but they spotted out EXE this time around, because as you said, EXE was the one that's trying to third party them, but they will be able to get out of that spot free. But AZ gets dropped by EXE's Rodel, and this is not looking too good. Do they want to reverse and try to take this fight? It looks like they might want to do so, but no. They're
not a
leaving
good idea.
him. They're cutting their losses. As it stands, KS looks like, you know what? They've just left here. I think we'll be pretty safe here if we just stay around.
Yeah, like I totally agree on that. Like, this is the passive play we are looking for. All of the teams are already in the circle, right? There is no need to rush. There is no need to push. Everybody's fine. We can stay alive for a little bit longer, gather a little bit more information, and I think it was not the. I was like a little bit surprised for TRD actually losing that person, because I think they should have a little bit hold of EXE, which are on those compounds, and rotate a little bit, right? That should have like not lose any more team, because again, losing one member to nothing is the worst right now.
Yeah.
Like if you lose AZ actually plays pretty good. He can support his teammates with grenade, and we've seen some couple of good grenades also from AZ. And that's that. We are back to KS here, checking out everybody.
Yeah, KS is looking good in this compound. Exactly after TRD left, they had this compound all to their own, and things are looking bright for them as well. 3 kills so far, 4 men still alive.
Yeah.
What could go wrong for KS?
Everything.
I was hoping you were going to be a little bit positive there.
No, like everything can go wrong. Always plan, right? I don't want to be like rude, but PUBG is not the game for celebration. You can never celebrate until you neither get eliminated or you get a winner chicken dinner. That's the time you can stop and think about what you did. Oh, I got a 1v4 situation and I was out. Great. That was a great play. Maybe I can try next time better. Oh, we eliminated that squad. That was a good gameplay. That was a good tactic. Everything around that. Like, you can celebrate later on. But if you're in the game, you celebrate too early, yeah, someone else is going to be celebrating later on.
I totally agree, because there are 16 teams being played right here. It's Group E and Group F. We still have Group G playing tomorrow as well against Group F, if I'm not mistaken. So that will be fun to watch as well, because again, we started off with 32 teams. We eliminated 8 teams from those 32 teams, and then we dwindled down to 3 groups each. And now, as it looks like, Iraq squad has been found by KS. Kurd squad is firing onto them, but it looks like Iraq squad
coming straight
in for the fight. They want to go and seize this house, but they're getting sprayed upon. This might be a mistake here, but no, they're freaking around. They should be able to survive it. Marco's very low here. Outplay is there as well to provide support. Are you going to turn in from the side? It looks like Uyo will be able to take down Outplay first. Outplay's down. There's one more player still inside the compound. They know where Marco is. They're fighting onto him, and Marco's low, and he was taken out as well. A little bit of a mistake here coming in from the side of Iraq squad. I don't think that they want. They shouldn't have
I didn't understand that part, because like certainly they felt the bullets landing on their face, right? It was coming straight from the compound, and they just went for it. I really didn't understand that part. And Kurd up team also getting eliminated in 13th place and leaving KS right there. So Iraqi squad already 2 men down. It's starting to feel like the first day.
It's starting to feel like first day. Exactly that. First 2 games, they showed a fantastic gameplay. They played it perfectly. They took engagements. They know that they could win, right? They took calculated risks, and they didn't get themselves into the situation where damn if you do, damn if you don't, because they had a lot of options every single time. But this time around, they sit into a place where they shouldn't have, and they've lost 2 players very early on. I think that they weren't even with 4 there. The other 2 players were actually further behind as well.
Yeah, and another thing is about PUBG. You don't get a lot of forgiveness for what you made mistake on. If you made a mistake, you're gonna pay for it, and you're gonna pay for it hard.
VXE has already found himself. ABS is coming in for the fight. VXE so far survives this fight with 3 or 4 players alive. ABS looks like they want to run away from it. Allow us to chase onto them, spraying them down, but it looks like they will be able to just skedaddle out of there, and they should be able to be safe.
Actually, that was pretty fun, because ABS, one of the members are being dropped, and I don't think they're gonna make it back to save him alive. No, they're not going for it, and that was it for Blue Time.
Pulat gets dropped here. Unfortunate for him, I think they played fantastically sometimes, right? ABS kind of good with their engagements as well.
That was pretty fun because EXE, for me, they're better on engaging or rushing into a house or securing a compound from other teams.
Definitely.
But the interesting part about I think like ABS have like they're better at being in a house and securing, and it would be fun to see both those teams switch places. Like they were playing against each other's weakness. So yeah, it would be a little bit interesting to watch that, but it didn't happen. So we continued on the game. So let's have a look at the circle. The circle is also shrinking, and it's gonna be shrinking in 14 seconds. Two teams are in the circle, which is going to be Team Elite and Team Daventa, and every other person is actually in the circle. So again, when you once say this map promotes fighting in the middle, right? And we have already are seeing that because everybody before they came in had a little bit of fight. We see some casualties, and yeah. But here's the thing, the circle is gonna be a little bit colder, it's gonna be a little bit quieter for the next circle because everybody is in their spot and they're gonna wait. And as I say that,
46 suddenly drops in. SNT is inside the house. 46. The rest of them are kind of converging onto this, but Jamal has been dropped. Good fight for them so far. But 46 right now might be in a lot of trouble here. 46 pushing in. They have 4 men strong here in from the side. They're pushing in as Samurai is exposed here from the side. Hazim sees him, but just can't finish him off. Samurai gets burned to the ground. Captain's not as left, I think. I know it's Lashino that's left, and he will be finished off as well. Fantastic from 46, destroying SNT.
They know how to take on fights. That's Flute 46, right? So SNT right there getting eliminated in 12 points, only getting 1 point for placement points. So that's what you don't want normally. And back on to, actually Loot 46 didn't lose a single man. That's pretty good. Win of fight, 5 kills under the name. Stan is low. Someone's, maybe another team is gonna come here, but
Elite drops by right inside.
Oh,
They're
no.
all jumping out. This might be a mistake because 46 is in good position to take them down. Elite suddenly jumps in first. This is 4v4 between 46 and Elite.
Smokes out.
They're
That's
going to
good.
try and smoke to buy some time first. Going to try to throw a couple of more smokes. But look at the molly though. It's actually burned Saleh a little bit. Saleh has no way of escaping this. But he's stuck inside there. But so far the nick comes flying out. Actually hits the car. And Legion again will drop to at least less than Core HP. So he's in a lot of trouble now for Elite. Might be eating a little bit too much in the situation.
Yeah, Elite, he was a little bit lucky right there. The Molotovs were just like meters, like not meters, centimeters away. And here we have Elite using those item management, right? They are going for the item management, and I don't think they are, like, it was pretty good smoking it. Definitely some improvements. Normally, not that much.
Looks like Elite wants to run out of there, but Satan is just trying to punish them with their mollies, with their shots. But the molly will not connect so far. It looks like they will be safe for now. But Elite's in behind the compound, and it looks like 46 knows where they're at. Knows that they haven't evacuated the place just yet. They want to push in for it. KS is coming in from the side as well, but they're a little bit too far from the fight. SMP is inside one compound of their own. Elite Ali's been dropped. Nice jump for a moment with the nade.
One more grenade
coming
it's gonna
in again.
Ah,
He's a little bit safe there. It's actually Hazim throwing the grenade. This time around he will throw another one. He's waiting for it. He's actually throwing it towards the side. It's actually a smoke by some time. Salih's will push through. It looks like he wants to pick Ali up. But he says 46 players are all standing strong. 46 has 4 men. They're going to push in from the sides. Kurd might be in trouble here. Both of them just picking on together, but Kurd still hiding in behind the sides. Now he pops out and he won't be able to take that one, but 1-for-1 exchange so far. See 3 players seem very much alive here for the 46 squad.
That was it for Elite.
The rest of Elite straight away. Nicely done from Elite here.
Just
sorry,
nice.
46 here.
Yeah.
Just destroying Elite. They came in from the sides as well. I think it was a little bit too much from Elite for Elite to just seize the house with that information.
Like the problem with Elite right there, because they weren't in the circle, but the circle was closing out, so they needed to close it pretty fast, or else it was going to be a harder situation. And that was their judgment and they went for it. So it turned out they didn't have the ability to bring down Loot 46, and Loot 46 again proving us they know how to handle fights.
Oh, look at this. So Citizen X is actually across the road. SMP is getting engaged upon, but because Citizen X is across the road, he keeps getting all the skills coming in from across, and KS still doesn't know that he's across the road. Now he's getting information as well because he knows that he should already push in. He saw Hishi pushing in. Now he's giving the information towards his teammate. There's two players inside the house. They're waiting for him to come out. Jamie is healing himself back up. There's another player right beside him. So they know that they can engage together here. They're waiting on towards the stairs, waiting for KS to come in. And if they rush out the stairs, the nade comes flying out as well. It actually burns Hishi. It's actually a molly there. He buys himself some time. Hishi can just jump out the window here, but if he jumps out, Citizen X will see him. Now KS is stuck between a rock and a hard place. There's no way for them to escape. They're stuck here, and Citizen X just playing it fantastically for the side of SMP.
That's a pretty good positioning, and KS is left to commit to this fight, or they're gonna try their chances out. They can try their chances out and leave the positioning, but still leaving early on in this situation may end up. Oh, KS baby, no! Oh, he burns himself again and again. We see these things happening, which shouldn't happen.
But he's still alive, bro. So it might be something that he can do. But right now, a smaller camera is showing us that MTB is taking the fight against TRD. TRD has 2 men strong. 4 players above him is MTB. MiliTaryB looks like they can win this fight, but TRD is still very much healthy here. They have 2 players underneath them. They're getting rushed inside the smaller camera, if you can see the bottom side. But right now the circle is shifting out, and they have to push out here. But they're getting into the car. But because they're getting into the car, they both get slayed. Moduni just right smack in the middle of both of them. Fantastic positioning from him. We'll be able to take both of them down, but Moduni does get taken down by the play zone here. They can't pick him up, but at least he got 2 kills on the side of TRD.
Alright, I think only one of MiliTaryB's team are going to make it out of there, but one sometimes is enough to take it out. Here we back onto the situation which we have with SMP and with KS, and a great grenade does connect onto Jimmy, but Jimmy should be able to recover from that. A great flank, but no damage done from Citizen X, and time's taking out. There's not a lot of time to deal with this. Either they are going for that execution, or or they both are going to have a big problem when the circles is going to close.
Look at it. So ABS is right smack in the middle here. 46 is coming in from behind. Cloud is only got 1-3, but back to KS. Fighting it off with SMP, if I'm not mistaken here.
Yes.
Now they're in a lot of trouble. SMP is on the second floor. KS wants to commit to this fight. There's only 2 players left. They're going to try and shoot it in.
Baby goes
in. Jamie is very low here. Ruby drops to half HP. He did jump out to buy himself some time, but Baby has to go in for the root. Both of them coming in together. Jamie gets dropped. Dino gets dropped as well. They will be able to get a couple of kills here on the SMP. Citizen X is still across the road. They don't know where he's at just yet, but they should be able to somehow have an inkling of where he's at right now.
Right, so back to Arsenal. Citizen X is going to have a hard time because he is in the position which is hard. That's a great judgment call, but Lord in front of him. Is Lord going to shoot? Oh, that's close, but he doesn't know Lord is just in front of him. I think he just had a great glance, but just taken down by Lord, and that was it.
ABS and 46 right now in a lot of trouble. They're fighting against each other, but
right.
all of them are just in the grass right now. They've lost 2, make it 3. As Musa saw that's left, as it says, 46 is fighting against EXE as well. Everybody just converging into this compound, trying to fight it off. But ABS are in a lot of trouble. They're left with Pusa all alone against the team of 46, which has 2 players strong, still very much alive here. He will be able to pick up his friend ABS Lord, but right now, what can he really do? There's another player behind him that he can pick up. It's actually Kara, but if he picks up Kara, he might be exposed here.
He can go for another smoke.
46 is actually left with 2 players. I'm not too sure if Bull has been picked up just yet.
46 with 2 players and 1 man's on the ground, and Pusta still have a lot of time to actually recover from them, and let's see Lord can pick us his teammate. And if right now one of those teams have a grenade and throw it in the right position, it can bring them a lot of advantage. And you can see actually Lord backing off a little bit, maybe try to save his teammates, but the time is not to give him any chance. And
46 getting third party here by EXC's Clown right inside the compound. So 46, they have no place to run right now. Now they can hide behind this rock, but again, because hide behind this rock, but again, because they're hiding behind this rock, they're actually exposed towards the side here. There's a couple of players coming in from the sides as well, so they have to be careful in this situation. The circle is shifting
Smokes
in right
out.
now, moving out. For ABS Lord is inside the grass. They're all snaking in from the sides of the circle.
Actually, great call for a great player from Lord right there, popping those smokes, buying a little bit cover to make it into the circle. And ABS Lord is alone in that situation. Actually, you can see KS Baby and KS High C also trying to make it in, but the compound is occupied by 3 of the teams, which is
Okay, never mind. As a sense shot has been dropped, as you said that, but you're absolutely correct. The compound is right now owned by EXE. The other compound is owned by Uncharted. So both of them have a compound of their own. Exactly that with DVX as well. Vendetta on the backside has a compound of their own. So there's 3 of these teams have a compound. 46 is outside along with Kurd squad.
Alright, in this circle, maybe 46 are going to have a little bit hope because 2 of the teams may need to convert and go in, and that was a close call for team Loot 46, and if that grenade landed it, they both should have died.
Yep, this is very, very close. It looks like Rafek wants to try in for round number 2, wants to throw in another grenade here. He will be able to push them out. He sees them as well. Bull will be knocked and he's on the ground. Moment is there behind the 3 lines as well. If they throw a grenade, it might be able to take both of them down.
I think either they're saving their grenades for the later round games or they are out. The smarter play is actually save the grenade because 2-man squad, not a big deal, right? But they are, do the math, 15 teams left and you got 5 teams. That's minimum of every other team have 3 members left. So in this situation, the smarter play is play for the item management if they have. And the circle just started squeezing in, and Ghost here in the best position he can ever ask.
Okay, the net comes flying out, but everybody misses them for the meantime. It looks like DVX Ghost want to push in for this house. There's a player right in the outside. There's actually UN's Bashar actually inside the side of the house. EXE is in another house. They're fighting things off, but both of the houses are occupied right now. It looks like Ghost Cat want to push in alone first. See the first player will be able to take down Bunamar. Still has another player. They're tag teaming up. They're trying to hunt for the player. And see the player runs out of the house. They will be able to take him down. And UN's Uncharted will be taken out here at 5th place.
And right now, executors are looking the best spot. That's a lot of grenade coming in. Not a lot of damage also, but able to drop one of our teammates off 46, and that should be it for KS losing their team, because right now we have 2 more teams left. It's a 4-on-3 situation with executors having the upper hand. And is that shotgun?
Might be. It's very good.
It's a shotgun, and it could help them a lot in this situation. That shotgun can make a lot of difference.
You're totally right, especially that because they're so close towards each other. But DVX here, they have the advantage. They are 4 men strong. 3 players from the EXE squad. They're still on the 2nd floor, does not know how to get out of here. They're all right smack in the middle of the circle. Right now the circle shifting in a little bit more, and they will have to shift. Everybody's in the circle right now. This is a 4v3 situation where DVX Vendetta has the advantage. They can just go in, try to slay everybody on the EXE side, and they just leave somebody out there. If EXE jumps out of the window, they can't take him out. So because of it, they have nowhere to run. EXE is stuck on the 2nd floor. DVX pushing it very slow. You can see Don Muhammad is actually on the other side waiting for them to jump out of the window, and you can see EXE just stuck there. The mall is being thrown as well. This is kind of just pushing them towards one side, and EXE just nowhere for them to run, nowhere for them to hide. They be spotted out. DVS coming in very, very hot, and they're pushing in very, very slowly. They're taking their time. Again, all of them are inside the circle right now. They're going to throw a little bit more smokes to buy themselves some time. EXE just throwing as many smokes as they can to just buy themselves some time to just try to escape. But I know they're stuck inside the blue. They're being hit by the blue as well. This is the 9th circle. Is done and dusted as Rafek gets lost here. Lau gets lost as well. There's one more player from the EXE squad all alone, but somehow he will survive for the meantime. Clown is all that's left. What can he survive here? They're all inside the circle so far. Clown is all that's left. He's going to try and heal up. He's going to try and survive for the meantime. Going to go in for the heal off, but can he survive? Oh, he survived! Oh my god, Clown with the clutch play. Holy smokes, how the hell did he did that? Oh my lord, he went for the heal off. It actually worked. That was the first time we've seen a heal off in the 2 weeks that we've been watching these games.
Like, you don't get a lot of those plays, right? Other teams are going to rush up, but are there like 2 teams And I was surprised, like I was saying, like, all right, that should be the last medkit that he got. If that doesn't work out, it's gonna be bad. But also, like, you can see great play. Actually, it was perfect play for executors. But if they were going for that rush, right? If they were they intended to play the heal off game. The best thing for them actually was, alright, they got 4 men, right? The best thing is let them fight. Let the other 3 go for fight.
Yeah.
And try to, like, because if it's the end circle and you lose even 1 second, you're not gonna able to heal off yourself in that situation. So sorry.
Yep, that's it. I think there'll be all 0. That's the first time I'm flustered. I'm flabbergasted. Yes. That's the first time I saw a heal off. That was fantastic from the side of EXE. Somehow they had 1 man left. It was Clown all alone. He knew that everybody else was down and out on the side, but DVX couldn't push up, so they couldn't really take him down. So because of it, he just played it just smart. He went in for the heal off, waited for DVX to die 1 by 1. Exactly that. DVX didn't know what to do there. They didn't have any more utilities to expand to throw towards the 2nd floor. They tried to rush him, but they knew that if they rush up, they might be taken down as well. So they didn't want to take the gamble. They just tried to survive for the longest time, but it was a mistake because they didn't know that they were going to go for a heal off. Yes. They didn't think that Clown was going to do that as well. So because of it, they tried to engage. They kind of lapsed in judgment there coming in from the side of DVX there, and EXE will pick it up.
Yeah, that's completely like experience play right there.
Yeah.
That is like, if you don't have a lot of experience, you're not gonna able to pull that off. Also, the executors won that round, but the thing they could have done to increase their winning chances, right? Committing to it, right? Yeah. Committing to their plan. I don't know if they committed, like if they were planned, or it just caught them because they were so into the thing and they were watching their 6s and 9s and 3s. They forgot about the time. So yeah, I'm not sure if like they planned for it, but if they did plan for it, I will say let them play the commitment card, right? If you commit to that situation, for example, they had 3 men, right? 4 men actually, right?
EXE had 3, DVX had 4.
EXE had 3 and DVX 5. I think it's the other way around.
Because DVX had 1 more player outside waiting with Mohammed, then the 3 of them rushing in the house, right?
So in that situation, I would say the safest play actually is put 1 man rushing down the stairs and make sure no one comes out.
Oh, that's true.
Right? And the second one is trying to draw attention, jumping out of the window and try to make some damages, try to buy a little bit of time. If that happens, a little bit miscommunication could end up other ways. Right, so back to our match leaders. Executed with a great play with 29 points and kills in total. Also followed by Vendetta with 9 kills, 23 points, 46 loot, 19 also per squad, 16. The real deal catching up a little bit, but not enough with 9 points, SMP 8. MiliTaryB playing consistently with 7 and 8 points. It's gonna help them a lot. Uncharted also 7 points. And let's take a look at the next page.
The next page, so Abstruse with 6 total points, SNT with 5. Kurd team is there as well with 5. IRAQI Elite unfortunately only walks out with 2 points, but the rest of the Iraq squad not that good in the 3rd game.
It's like first day. It's gonna be like the first day,
right? We saw them fantastic in the first 2 games, then they kind of drop off the radar in the 3rd and 4th game. So exactly that's what's happening right now. Iraq squad with 1 point, only Vendetta with 1 point. Me Assassin with 1, 693 with 1 as well. And back to the overall standings. 2 winner chicken dinner for Iraq squad, putting them still up top there with 41 placement points and 21 kill points. Followed by Executors finally getting on the top 3. Executors with 53 total points, 18 kills, 35 placement points. SNT is up there as well with 39 points. Kurd squad with 32. Uncharted with 30 points. The real deal is up there with number 6. They kind of dropped a little bit. They kind of dropped 1 point along with Uncharted as well. They're sitting at 29. 46 with 27 points. They moved up. SMP with 27 points and they moved down.
Right, and on the second page we have Vendetta catching up with 26 million. MiliTaryB securing the position with 21 points, followed by IRAQI Elite also 21. Me Assassins with 15, Kurd team 14, Vendetta 11, Abstruse 8, and 963 3. Oof! Not too good on 963. We're not seeing much from 963. Maybe try to catch up 963. or else it's gonna be a little bit dangerous for you.
Yeah, they have a lot of things to rectify, especially their gameplay, their decision making. I think the fundamentals is one of the important key of the game, as you were saying a lot in the first week, is that the fundamentals were kind of off with a lot of these teams. Sometimes they don't make the right decisions as well. Kind of, if you want to go for a fight, go for a fight. If you don't want to go for a fight, maybe spin around, bail from the fight, but try to make sure that you get the most out of any situation, right?
Yep, and I totally agree on you. And again, I think it was like executors. I would say a good execution from them, especially from Clown winning that last round, right?
No pun intended.
No point intended, but like if they did that in that way, it will like let us see a new face from Middle East, right? That would like that's a higher ranked level playing right there. You can see execution committing, right? It's hard to commit and hard to communicate. It's hard to let like normal, for example, normal players. It's hard to let normal players die.
Yeah.
Now, normally everybody wants to, like, they have a little bit of like, all right, I don't want to die. What should I do? 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 And time's up, right?
A little bit of insecurity when they're making their decisions.
Yes, but on the other hand, I just saw Clown do the best thing ever. He just like, all right, give me the medkits. You guys go fight. I'll stay here.
Yep, exactly that. That was the decision making coming in from the ESC squad. That was game number 3. We will be returning with game number 4 after this break. Drop. It looks like, yep, they're going in. Zero's going to push in first. He knows that they're on the other side of this wall, but he might be found upon this. They're inside the toilet. Then he's pushing out. It will be able to take down one knock. He's very, very low here, but should be able to test down one player at least. He should be able to test down Major. This is down Major. Back to fighting ways, and they see Crazy. He's gonna throw in a nade. I think that's a no, that's a nade. But the nade kind of bounces out towards the side. Close. Now he's gonna try and commit towards this. Yes, it. How the hell did that connect? Crazy gets dropped. Now he wants to go in for the push. Marley very aggressive in this.
Ali is taking one of the other teams, and we got Iraqi Monster right here, spraying down on actually. And they're going for it. Is this going to be execution? Yes, Iraqi Elite is going for it.
He gets hit by the car. Quiet falls down, and Arrow Madness looks like they are converging right here, but everybody's dropping like flash very fast. It's happening all around the map so far.
Yep. So because the circle, due to the circle is closing, and right now we're seeing actually Middle Eastern teams trying to fight down. That's great spray. He does get it onto him. 963 is going to suffer.
Situation, as you can see, the rest of them, all of them are up here. 4v4, exactly 4v4 situation, and who will take down the opponent first? Elite has one apartment inside. Oh, look at that nade though. Wadi starts out first with the nade and the double nade. Saleh gets dropped as well. Jian gets dropped as well. There's one more player between them and Elite to win this match, and Jian coming in from the side will be able to finish him off. Leaves Kurd all alone. Kurd is already low in terms of HP. He has been found, and they will take it SYR.
see.
That'd be so much fun.
What we haven't seen, though, is 404 getting involved in early fights. The first 2 games, we saw them very involved in early engagements.
Yeah, I mean,
this game, very quiet.
I guess the trade-off they're making is, sure, they would go...
Vehicles.
Oh,
he gets him out
Put him
again.
down,
Gets
son.
the second, goes to the run over, but no, it's just straight onto the hay bales, flies straight on forward. Goes down.
Yeah, and murdered is not the way you want to go down. Old age, maybe as they...
You don't want to go down.
Old age, maybe as they...
You don't want to go down
Don't
by
like
a
that,
vehicle
no,
flip
no.
either.
That is a big
Goodness
one.
me, that is...
And this man has
PDZ
8
knocked
kills
out
now, I
and
believe.
gone, yeah. Really out here, I don't think he's going to have the angle. Indeed, he has been spotted. He's going to stand up there for the kill, but he can't.
Or long-range kills, if you can, in the early on games. We're here trying to get over that hill. Will he make it? He only got 1 wheel.
Elementrix try and push in, but they're coming up against Orange Rock, they're coming up against Hydra as well.
He's just waiting.
Aman has already gone down for entities. They've lost 1 of their 3 Snowbow Snakes.
A few moments later.
Yeah.
Where they have 1 guy who is just waiting in. This might be go time. I don't know if they spotted it out. There's 2 of them right there.
Oh my God, Neo.
Oh come on,
This
he's
guy
gonna
is
go
a
in.
really strong fragger as well.
No way. He's
Shoot him!
Neo.
He's not part of your team!
Linky!
Kiki!
Come on! He's right there!
You know he's there!
No.
Oh my God!
What is going on?
Oh,
my
he's
God!
part of the team, mate!
He hasn't chucked it!
Kiki,
it's
Kiki,
the third
please!
person.
Oh, he's got it out! Oh, he's gone! Ah!
What is happening?
Neo! Neo, please!
He's right there!
Oh,
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Club Open 2019 Fall Split Middle Eastern Semifinals. My name is Wayne, along with AJ. Will be your guests for the day. Thanks to our title sponsors Vivo as well. And play PUBG Mobile with the Vivo V70 Pro. Makes you more immersive, more powerful, more outstanding performance. And here comes the glorious chicken dinner. And if you do like the stream, make sure that you click that subscribe button. Make sure you get notifications as well, because on this PUBG Mobile esports channel, there will not be just one, but 7 leagues being played right here. So it'll be a lot of fun for you guys at home as well.
Also, if you want to play the game, simply go on Google Play or App Store, download it for free, and get your winner chicken dinner.
Yep, next season you might be the one as well. Again, this is only the second split, our second season. There's more to come as well. So thanks again for joining us, and it's been a blast for the first 3 games, right? It's been a wonderful blast. The first 2 games was won by Iraqi squad, and they played it perfectly to get themselves 2 back-to-back wins, exactly the same as they did in the group stages. But in the 3rd game, we got our first heal-off from the Middle Eastern teams.
Yeah, and it was quite a fun to see, and it was pretty good heal-off. You've seen that verse. That's quite a like experienced player right there from Executors. You normally don't see that, and you can also see the lack of experience for the Vendetta right there, right? They didn't plan for it. Like they felt that maybe they felt like, all right, this is a fight on, and we're just gonna win. There's no us using his med kits, like laying low. Like, I'm cool. I got med kills. I can take this forever. Yeah, let's use the most mid kills, and the like normally heal offs tend to be lasting a little bit longer.
Yeah,
but that was it, because Vendetta was surprised by that tactic. We never see that tactic in the Middle East.
Yeah, that's the first time that we see that in the Middle East.
Yeah,
we don't usually see that before, and you're totally right. It could have been Vendetta was kind of surprised that it was going to a heal off. They thought he actually was just going to fly out and fight them head on.
And the most interesting thing was actually like they were playing EXE, right? EXE is one of those aggressive teams, so so it was so surprising actually for me, you, and I think everybody else, right? So here we go, we're backos. Let's hope for a better circle.
And let's hope for the best for the Iraqi squad, because they've won this map once before. Today they might be winning it again this time around, because they have the experience to win it the first time. It could be a second time in the cards for Iraqi squad.
Yep. Iraqi squad won 2 rounds in the first 2 rounds, which is first 1 round, which is also was on Erangel. A little bit locked there, but we got our first knockdown. Yeah, that should be our first knockdown, and let's see if DV can finish it off.
Yep, hopefully so they can finish it off, because they might add up to a little bit more kills here coming in for the side of Mao. I think somebody else already been finished off very early on, because Hazim still knocked down. Okay, Hazim, it will be the first casualty. It seems that he will be going down, and will be Ghost Champ, who will be getting the first kill.
Again, the from the Vendetta from next, they won the last round, right?
Yeah.
They didn't win, but they were on the 2nd spot. So 14 points for them. So last round was a qualification point for them, but they didn't do too well on their first 2 maps. Again, why is middle like this? Is I don't know. What is this circle, right? I think Middle East is getting that circle for the 3rd time at least. At least they're getting that circle for 3rd time.
You can see me shaking my head. I'm like, Middle Eastern teams just oozes bad circles, right? They just ooze the bad circles out of themselves. I'm not too sure why. As you can see, KS is out of the circle. Uncharted is out of there as well. TRD is out of there as well. A lot of these teams were out because the flight path took them from the left to right, of course.
Yep.
Took them, if I'm not mistaken, from west to east, but towards the southern side. It was very, very low.
Yes.
Really on top of Sanhok's MiliTaryB base. So a lot of them just kind of went towards the end of the flight path and just dropped there.
Yep.
But unfortunately now, the flight path or the circle actually is towards the western side of the map. So a lot of them has to kind of converge back towards that side. Kind of track back very far away in towards the circle right now. So, but a lot of these teams so far, because this is the second time that they play against each other, now is the time that they won't be meeting each other very soon because they have gotten a feel of it the first time around. They know where each other drop. So if they do not want to take the fight, they can just try dropping somewhere else, and that's exactly what's happening right now. Everybody's just dropping different places, and so far nobody's clustered up except for Rozok. It's a little bit clustered with SMP, MTB, and
oh no, someone's stuck. Oh no. Oh, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Oh no.
What is happening?
What happened? He dropped. Did he drop into that? Like parachute drop? Oh no, this is fun. This is bad. This is bad. This team is alright. Everybody, please first go loot something, or else you're gonna be easily. Maybe the third party comes in.
I think they're trying to punch that wall. The I think what's it called?
I don't know. What's that even? I think it's
supposed
rice.
to be for. Is it for rice?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's
for farming.
It's a farming equipment. Farming. Yeah. So I think it's either he goes through the hole and gets slashed to death. Through the hole if it's a real something for farming, but either that or he's just gonna stay there forever.
Right.
Like he's gonna get naded upon by his teammate there just to make sure that he says goodbye right now. And Buyo was stuck. A little bit unlucky for Kurd squad there. Not the start that they wanted.
Maybe if he gets naded upon, he can crawl his way up because he was stuck on the animation of dropping.
Oh, that's true.
Maybe it's a plan, but he was dead. Right away. 62 players left. First blood!
First blood. KS nading their teammates to make sure that Buyo will go out in style there. Unfortunately for them, and look at that, 362 average damage coming in from Iraq squad's outplay. And outplay, true to his name, he's been playing fantastically, outplaying a lot of his opponents, especially with this flanks. His positioning is very good all of the time. As you can see, he's the one that's driving alone most of the time as well because he knows that he can outflank a lot of their opponents. Buyo's still alive.
Still trying it. Yeah, he was. They tried the grenade stuff. Yeah, you're stuck. All right. If it didn't was like grenaded, I think there was a second chance. So someone's getting punched, but not working.
Even the punches are not connecting, so Buyo is not having the time of his life here as he gets eliminated very early on. Unfortunately, he's stuck between a hard place, and between rice and I don't know what else is to produce.
Goodbye, budget.
That's very, very sad there. So it will be back to KUP at the top of Georgia Pole, the bottom of Georgia Pole here, looking very, very convincing as again a lot of these teams have played this map very early on just now for the first time of the day, and then coming into it the second time they know where each other drops. So because of it, a lot of these teams didn't want to contest in the first place in the first game. So now they get the chance to do it. Now they get the chance to not contest each other and just play a little bit more passive, a little bit more safer in this situation.
And that is correct, and that's what everybody doing. So budget, you will be remembered. Everybody will remember you. The style you died.
I hope they don't make it a highlight because I left my butt off just now.
That's a highlight for 100%. That's a highlight for 100%.
Oh no, I kind of laughed there. I think I should have laughed. That was a bit rude of me, but it was so funny, right?
It's not wrong. Like that's the thing we were looking for, right? Like remember the like chit chat we had. Like we were saying, we would love to see someone being funny, and I think Middle Eastern groups can hear us talk. Like I feel it, right? Like everything we wish for, they're giving us.
Yeah, it always happens. Right now, EXE just driving around in front of 46. Look, 46. I really need the time of it to just run away from the goal. Will not connect with the shots. Just get one though, but the rest of EXE should be able to flee out of that fight. But yeah, you're right. I think I wanted a balance between a very good highlight play and some very funny bloopers.
Yeah,
so I got both of them.
Yep, we are having a good time. For example, the double back-to-back IRAQI squad winner chicken dinner, and some great kills and some great circles, some better routes. At least everything is improved. EXE Clown on average, heal average heal is 452.
That's something you don't see every day, but I can see a not that much though, so it means that he's always like kind of safe for a lot of the situations.
Normally it's like, actually I think the more you get heal means the best actually.
Yeah.
For example, if you don't get a lot of heal, you're dead, right? No heal at all.
Yeah,
you're
but
dead.
it could mean as well that a lot of times his teammates get engaged and he doesn't get engaged. He knows how to
Yes.
position himself in a safer position or get himself back
course.
behind them and
Of
just
course.
play safer, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of, as you said,
depends on
yeah, it depends
who's-
on the situation as well.
I think why Clown is having a low heal rate is mostly because he's the first man or he's the scouter normally.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, he goes first. So either he wins the fight easily with no damage, not a lot of damage, or he dies pretty fast.
That's absolutely true. That could be the case as well.
Oh man,
But the
that
circle, though, very, very painful. As you can see, half of it is in water, and it's right smack towards the western side of the map. There's at least 7 teams that have to converge in towards the circle, have to shift themselves in, but the rest of them are not looking too great. There is a couple of compounds inside the circle, but there's not a lot of vantage point for them. I think there's a couple there which is towards where DVX is, or Vendetta is, so that could be good. But on top of Quarry, if I'm not mistaken, there's one as well. There's an AEG drop here. It will be picked up by Iraq squad, and this should be good to go. That was an AEG picked up as well, along with a level 3 helmet, a level 3 vest,
and a
I'm
level
not-
3 bag.
level 3, but I'm not too sure they got a silencer with it. I don't think so.
Silent, like you don't need silence in competitive, right? Normally you could have, but on this level, I'm saying, like if you are engaging like with AUG, AUG isn't known for its long range distance shots, so yeah, silencer no use. It increases the recoil and doesn't help a lot, right?
If I'm not mistaken, it's true. So either way, most of these players do not pick it up anyway.
Yeah.
The best thing is just to get the AUG and just play up front, up close and personal against your opponents to try and spray them up very, very fast. And then he just passes through. AUG throwing a couple of pot shots. It actually connects, but only one bullet will connect there. Only 9 damage done.
9
so
damage.
not enough to scratch him there.
Yeah, just maybe shot up his leg. Oh, we got some great damage actually on the TRD. That's what you get when you try to be a third party, and there is a bigger fish waiting for you. But luckily, actually for TRD, they were able to back up, but they did get a lot of damage on themselves. And like for Loot 46, right? Even though already lost one of their players, they're not backing off. They are warriors.
Yeah, ready to engage it on. As he is going to be able to find SMP crossing by. SMP should be good to go to escape him, but they're losing a lot of blood. Very, very low. One more bullet will take at least one of the players down, but suddenly that driving just insane. That's the baby driver driving that we wanted to see, right?
It should be baby driver driving right there.
Back towards Elite and okay, back towards 46 and now he's firing onto a CRD. TRD wants to engage as well. At the same time, there's a VTX squad just flying through towards the left side. And right now, it looks like they want to converge onto this house. VTS very close, they're just across the house against 46 right now, but they're getting back into the car. It looks like they want to run away from him. Maybe it should be no, they're coming back in. VTS want to take this fight, but they split apart. There's only 2 players here. I'm not too sure what they're doing. Now the rest of them are coming in. VTS are coming in hard. They want to fight with 46. 46 with inside another house. But how do they want to engage this?
Alright, so Stan actually taking one of the knocks down Moha right there. He's flanking, meanwhile going to try for another herb, and let's see if Moha can score back. I think there's smoke, maybe Moha has a chance, but ooh, that was close. That was so close.
That was
just a little bit.
sweetly close. And Nick comes flying out. I don't think it will connect. It actually went to the second floor. And
No,
the rest of them...
Oh, it's a molly. It's a molly.
He could have even went through the house because there is a spot to go through the house. Moha's been dropped on his knees. Self is there to provide support, so he could pick up his teammate. I think they're playing, this is smart, they're playing at the staircase so that they will have a vantage point towards anybody who comes into the house. But it looks like they might be third party here because another team's coming in. No, that party since has
I
left.
want to point out something. Normally we don't get this, but it is 13 minutes into the game and we are having 16 teams and 61 alive, which one of them was accidentally dead. That's odd for Middle East. Everybody's playing passive.
Yeah, that's really odd, especially because but I'm not too surprised by that because again, this is the second time that they played. The first time that they played, sometimes they overlap over each other, then they have to take the fight.
Yes.
But then now they know where each other drop, and exactly that because they've played this the second time. So I think they dropped in places where not a lot of opponents are. They had the view of it, and then just thought to themselves, like, let's go play somewhere a little bit safer here. But 46, as you said, they've lost Hazim very early on, but they're playing it still very aggressive against the side of VTX right now. But Vendetta, can they just survive this for the meantime? Now they're getting converged on by 3 sides.
Right,
A note comes flying out, but it's on the second floor. Bull runs towards the back room. It will not be able to connect. Bull will be able to survive for the meantime. But as you can see, Satan's trying to flank in from the side. Will be able to do a couple of damage against Chrome there. But Chrome still very much healthy here. Satan knows that he might be biting more than he could chew. So he reverses back to a more defensive position.
Alright, so far so good actually for this ride. No one has lost anyone, just a little bit of damage exchange. And no grenades yet have done damage onto anything. You can see actually, I think Loot 46 may go for a run here because not a run, I mean more like what's it called? Tactic, because they're smoking it out. So yeah, they may go for a rush because they are basically smoking the right side, and if that's possible, they are going to go from the right side and try to maybe let one of their players to flank from the right side and one on the left. Then 2 may push in. That may end up well. Yeah. Oh, that's a great play actually from Bowl, getting onto that rooftop.
Yep, that's
if
really
he can jump
smart
through, yes, he can jump over.
I'm not. He can jump over, but only into the window though. He can't really jump over onto the roof.
Yeah.
But still, same thing.
He can surprise somebody.
Yeah, he can surprise them as well.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
We'll be able to spot RB there. RB
close.
runs away. RB knows that what the hell? There's somebody on top of the roof. Now we have to be careful here. RB goes down towards the first floor. We'll be able to heal up. But Moment is there looking towards the window as well. So they have to be careful in this situation. The circle has since shifted. It's headed towards the eastern side of the
circle.
Yeah, it's eastern side, but it's still all of it is in none of it's in water. Just a little bit. I think about less than 5%. So that's very, very good news for a lot of these teams. But as it stands, 46 and VTS will have to shift away from here. As you can see, the circle is right smack in the middle of the bigger circle, but it's in a lot of it is on land. Again, 10% maybe in water.
Oh, VTS so making a run for it.
They could be very, very safe here. And as you said, VTX is trying to make a run for it. They are 4-man strong, but they do not know or do not have that information because they haven't knocked down 46.
Yeah, the best thing is for in that situation is just wait for a little bit longer, because still you got a ton of time until the circle starts shrinking, and there is going to be a lot of teams passing by, and if you leave early on, you may get third partied, or you may get a lot of shots shot upon you, so maybe just not even able to make it through.
But they gotten into the car. It looks like they want to leave here, and they will be able to do so. At least 2 of them have gotten themselves inside the car. But right now it's ABS against DVX. Another Vendetta squad just fighting in it all.
Pretty good submission. If they surprise them, they are on the lower part. And actually, I think ABS has no idea. They do now.
Yep, the rest of DVX is right behind it. Kara knows, has information where they're at. They want to convert on towards the left and the right side. Ghost Camp will be able to take down one, but they're very, very scared now. They're all low. They're hiding inside the hut. If one nade starts flying in, they will be done though. But right now the draw will be broken out. But Pulat drops very low. Third party. APS gets dropped there. And can DVX survive this? Because DVX also might be third party here in this situation.
Abstruse being the first team finally getting eliminated on this map, and I think that was the starting thing. If somebody start elimination, we are going to see a lot of elimination coming in fast and hard.
We're going to see Fast and Furious, right?
No, Fast and Furious.
Not so much.
Not so much. Fast and
So EXE back against MEA and MPB as well, fighting against KUP. So suddenly all these teams are fighting against each other. The car will be exploded. I think QB should be, maybe round 2. Blow up the car.
It's gonna blow up.
So no,
he's
I guess
going
him
for the
actually gets shot. they will be able to hide behind the rocks for the meantime. KUP just 2-man strong here in this situation, trying to fight against MTB. MiliTaryB in a lot of trouble. The nade comes flying out. It's just a beautiful nade. Actually lands to the side. Will be able to do a lot of damage against AK-47, but he should be able to heal up in the situation here.
And Windeda does get eliminated in 15 plays. So far, Windeda's not doing well. And here we have Freak picking up something. Let's see if he can pick some a little bit grenade on not Unturn, sorry. UN actually getting shot, and he was out for that. And we have SMP again with 2 players starts their sneaking career, I would say. And one of the coup Freak is actually shot down. So let's see, Freak is going to make his way down to let AK-47 revive him, and he is going to make it. Oh, he's not going for it, so we need to wait for a little bit, then maybe he'll decide.
Yeah, so far he's playing safe. Does not want to overexpose himself, but Freak's getting shot as well, so it means that AK-47 it has to commit to this. If he wants to save his friend, he has to go in now, but it doesn't look like they have a smoke and in from the side, so you have to be careful because we can see them on the mini-map. There's another team across them. It's actually DVX. Vendetta is there as well, so they have to be careful in this situation, but somehow he will be able to pick up AK-47. As you can see, Organizers are underneath them. Back towards me Assassins, and again EXE. Clown is out in the open. Laos behind the headquarter tower.
Clown's coming
Reflex
back
in both of these houses, but the rest of me Assassins are just converging into this one compound. But the rest of VXC actually split up. They have a vantage point as well. If Clown goes into the second floor, they have a big advantage here.
Alright, SNT against SMP. Once again, these two teams just can't avoid each other. They must go in the front. Who is the better S, I guess they're dealing. And we have TRD finally seeing them 4-man squad, but still it is early on in the game. 13 minutes left, and his baby getting caught in the fire, and he's out.
They will be able to finish him on. There's another player from the KS squad there, but that's Def. Def actually exposed himself there, and Daisy will be able to take him down. That's nicely done for them so far. Kurd squad gets eliminated at 13th place. And in from behind, they're getting set back by N63. But somehow Zero gets a kill up on Nas instead. Nicely done by TRD. They survive for the longest time, but Kevin is already dropped on the floor. Elite's right in front of them. Mali gets exploded there. But TRD should be able to get out in this car and just flee. Can they pick up Kevin on the way though? Because Kevin right smack in the middle of everyone.
He's too low,
he's very
and he's
low
too
as
risky.
well. He's behind the smoke. It looks like TRD wants to come and push him, but he just should push in onto Elite instead. And now they do. They drop out. It's SNT along with Elite. All of them just converging into one place. This is just havoc for SNT, Elite, and TRD here.
Right now, the circle is in a wide open space, right? No one wants to get into that circle into the end. If they go into the circle end, they're just gonna be a living target. So everybody's avoiding to get in the circle early. You can see everybody trying to just be on the corner of it and not trying to get in, because if you get in the middle, everybody's gonna just start shooting at you. And actually TRD does able to pick off their teammate, and that's a surprise for me.
Yeah, that's very good for them, making it 3 here. The net or the molly comes flying out. Kevin's still very much alive here. Zero's inside the smoke. AZ's up, popped up as well, but he's proning as soon as he sees the Elite squad. He's proning here, and Elite is proning as well. From behind, and look at how many people there's. Mick executors and EXE just fighting it off. But Elite is for the side. It looks like Iraq squad has already gotten themselves a kill up on the MTB squad. But Elite, look at this. Elite TRD is in the middle. Elite's in towards the side, and the rest of them are coming in from behind as well. The circle's pushing in.
Oh, he got a grenade.
Comes the grenade. The grenade will... I don't think the grenade will connect them. I'm going to throw in another one here. But look at Elite. They're out in the open. They get the grenaded as well. So this is doing so much damage against the AZ gets grenaded as well. Just the nades come flying up from Elite squad. And they spraying on towards one direction. AZ is in a lot of trouble here.
Alright, Elite right here trying to take their back behind. And if Kurd actually wins for that spray, that will be in a lot of damage. Oh, he sees someone, he goes for a spray. That's one. Oh my god,
everybody's right there. Ali goes in for the spray down. Guess one player first. They're hiding behind. They should be able to survive for the meantime. But look at Ali's spray down. Two of the players already very close. Reconnecting with a couple of the shots. Actually, Crown is still there, very much alive here for the side of EXE. But EXE is in a lot of trouble here. They're all stuck and converged behind one small car. But it's still survives for the meantime, but they are not safe here.
Alright, and AZ does take down Captain right there, and everything is just a mess. I think that was it for TRD. TRD is out. Back to SNT. SNT Jamal does get a spray on him, but doesn't deal a lot of damage. You can see EXE, they are so low. 2 of their members, 3 of their members are actually on the ground, and that's one. He is 1 shot away from being dead. He goes for the shot, but he gets executed by another team. And let's see if he can pick up his teammate, because they are former squad, right? But the thing is, they're not in the circle, and the circle is already closing in. So let's hope they can pick up their circle when we may have a 4-on-4 on 1-on-1 situation. Alright,
so
that's
far,
4-on-4.
yes, at least SNT, or sorry, UN is out of here, leaving Iraq squad, Elite, SNT, and of course SMP. They're still strong here, but both of the Iraq teams, IRAQI Elite and Iraq squad who won themselves 2 winners chicken dinner of the day, and somehow Elite Saleh gets nailed along with Ali. SNT just nailing them to the wall with those nades. Hello and goodbye. 2 getting drops there very, very fast.
Alright, look at that move. Giant going around. He may has the opportunity to flank on SNT, but right there his teammates are trying to crawl across and get the upper hand. So if no, he does get taken down.
Great, now getting dropped. Saleh's drops as well. Jen Solid's left. SNT just pushing on towards them, but SNT has to be careful because they're low as well, and they're getting shot from the side by SMP. So SNT not in a good position. 3 players to drop. They will be able to pick up a couple of players here, but as it stands, Iraqi squad is fighting as well along with SMP. Now they destroy Kablash. Kablash is done, and it means that they will still be alive here, Iraq squad.
Iraqi squad 4-man. I think it's 4-man strong, right? Alright, SNT going for the play. That's 1. Alright, smart play coming back, not trying to get those kills down. 1 more play actually left for Elite right here. If one of them, if I think it's Ale, right? If Ale survives, then everything's good. But I think SNT is not gonna give him that opportunity. He goes to the spray. He does take down one of the players, but Iraqi squad right there, third partying him. Iraqi squad once again. I think they're gonna win this one.
Yeah, they have the advantage. Look at that from afar, from a mile away. They will be able to get those kills, destroying SNT. Now they will be left with Elite. Elite also having a lot of trouble because Saleh is all alone. 4v1 situation. Khalid's going to go in for the heal off, I think. He's just eating everything he can. Now he stands out. Iraq squad sees him from a mile away. They know where he's spraying from. They see him and they destroy him. And Iraqi squad gets himself the 3rd chicken dinner of the day. What the hell, Iraqi squad? Just perfect from them.
Right, the Iraqi squad ending up with 11 kills on that round, followed by Elite. Also a lot of kills, which is also 11 kills. And followed by SNT with 7 kills in total. And that was it for the third. And let's check out the highlights.
There's a lot of actions happening all around here. We thought they're going to play a little bit more passive after getting a feel of the map, right? But they just nails balls to the wall. Just amazing plays from all of these teams exactly at the middle stages of the game.
And actually, that was pretty good. Everybody played passively, but here actually SNT getting saved by what's it called? MiliTaryB. Right, and here we have the spray down. He was close. He nearly like made that tower on there, and he wasn't able to pick it down. Again, Iraqi squad is playing so good.
Yeah, Iraqi squad just all fantastic from them. Again, they had a compound to their own, right? Yeah. How many times can you get a compound? How many times can you be? I don't want to say so lucky, but they're just so smart with putting themselves in the best position in the map. They destroyed 2 teams as well. SNT was destroyed from afar. Elite squad had only 1 player there as well, so they finished him off. But again, Iraqi squad putting themselves in prime position. Was right smack in the middle of a compound. They always have a compound. The last couple of games ago in Sanhok as well, they had 1 compound which was in the crossroad where everybody had to converge onto. And this time around, they were in the only compound that was inside the circle. Even if they push out, Elite had only 1 player left and they won the game as well. I'm just so surprised, Iraqi squad. You know what? We were wondering whether they can keep the momentum up. The answer is definitely yes.
Definitely yes. And I want to think like Iraqi squad is playing, I would say passive. They're playing pretty passive, although they get a lot of kills. But if you like, if you watch their gameplay right now, they're playing as passive they can, right? On the first day, they were killing, everybody they saw, and they were making those kills. And on this day, they are converting their gameplay to passive gameplay. They like when every fight was going, they were already on the northern side of the beach, right? They were like just chilling, like, all right, guys, fight. All right, we're just gonna sit here. All right, everything is going well. We got the shores. Oh, some people are swimming. We're gonna pick up some kills. That's good for us. We're good, right? After that, everything like everybody was actually fighting on the southern side of the circle. So, like Iraqi squad were just there. Like, all right, check our 6, check our 9. But why there isn't anybody coming to our spot? There wasn't anything. There was nobody for them, and they just basically chilled there. And you may say that's luck, but I will say that's great execution of placement choosing, right?
Yeah.
That is like being clear-minded, clear-headed, right? They got the information, all right? A lot of people are playing on the south side. They had the upper hand. They what's it called? Sorry. Hold on. All right, they planned ahead. They planned ahead of the game. So as soon as they saw the first circle, they went up on the north, right? And on the fourth circle, they were on the shores. And after that, they were like, all right, that's a great compound. Let's take that compound. And they got that compound, and they hold it off, and they ended up first place.
Look at that, first place for Iraqi squad, 31 points, not 130 points, I'm just carrying myself there. 31 points for them. Iraqi Elite played a little bit better just now, although they were left with one player. I think they could have gotten the chance, but they will be staying at 25 points with number 2 there. SNT with 17 points, 7 kill points for them. They are in number 3. The Real Deal, 12 points for them. They are in number 4. SMP with 11 points. Uncharted with 9, Executor with 8, MiliTaryB with 7.
Again, MiliTaryB is playing pretty well right now, I will say, from the last. Alright, followed by Vendetta with 4 points, and Kurd Up Team also 4, me, Assassin 4, 9633, 46 loot 2. And Kurd Squad and Vendetta and Abstruse all sharing 1 point and getting no kills at all. And we are going to have our overall standing. It is our first day of match, and let's see those points.
Yeah, Iraqi squad with 93 points. Oh my lord, how are you going to catch up to that with 3 winner chicken dinners?
It's the first day.
It's the first day.
Basically, they got like only 4 maps were played, and they got 3. Look, you got a placement point, 61 point in total, right? On the half of the phase, like on the first group stages, the maximum like placement point everybody got was 109. Yeah. Right? They already made it halfway there. I'm announcing it right now. They are safe.
Yeah, they are completely really safe.
They are safe. They are definitely going to the semifinals.
Yeah,
they're
the global finals. Yeah,
global.
Yeah, they definitely will be going towards the regional finals, not the global finals yet. We are jumping too ahead of ourselves. But yeah, 93 points for Iraqi squad. Executed with 61. SNT followed suit with 56. Iraqi Elite is there with 46 as well. The Real Deal with 41. Uncharted with 39. SMP with 38. Kurd squad with 33.
Followed by Vendetta with 30 points, 46 loot, 29, MiliTaryB 28. Again, MiliTaryB is playing, always getting those points, right? They were lacking like 3 points, 4 points in the match, but getting no points at all. But against getting like 7 points or 8 points per match, you can catch up basically with only one winner chicken dinner, right? Yeah. They've done that right. They've done one winner chicken. I think they can do it again, right?
Yep.
So if they keep playing on that, I think I'm pretty confident they also can make it into the finals.
The scary thing is a lot of these teams wanted to have a feel of the game, but with Iraqi squad winning a lot of it, how are they going to kind of warm up to the game? Because every single time it was the same as Iraqi squad getting it, and they can't really contest with Iraqi squad.
And right now, it's I would say scary. It is going to be scary for everyone on that position. Like if you see Iraqi squad already getting 3 winner chicken, like it's not good for everybody. Yeah. Like it's not good like for the overall. Even though like they got 3 winner chickens, the second place, which our newly made point system, like basically the newly point system avoids those gaps, right? Yeah. It avoids it encourages like everybody to catch up and stick together. Yeah. Like they like we are trying our best to keep the gap small, right? To keep it competitive. And in Iraqi squad, like they don't care. Like, all right, you want to keep the score close? No, not today.
They do not care. They do not give a bloody hoot because they are at the top here with 3 winner chicken dinner. So hopefully we will see a lot more coming in from them. So with that, IRAQI squad wins themselves, reach winner chicken dinners. Can they win anymore after this? That is the question. So thanks again for following us. We will be joining you guys tomorrow with more action here at the PMCO. So long, good night.